Welcome back to Song of the Nameless, Session 6, entitled Treacherous Steps. Last session, the group made their way into the under side of the ziggurat. They've deciphered a number of different puzzles and kind of lever traps, um, and they've made their way into two spaces so far of three options. Um, One of the spaces had strange automatons in it. Another space that they have seen has a bunch of blade traps in it. Um, we left off inside of the blade trap area, so that's where we'll pick up. Just to clarify everything, the blades are active, they are moving. They move in a rotational pattern. The ones on the left are going upwards in their strikes. The ones on the right are going downwards in their strikes, and that's in both hallways. So the left blades are kind of moving differently than the right blades. And then the blades in the middle of the pathways are moving horizontally, also in a fashion that moves them across one another. That said, yeah, the middle section, there is a causeway that seems to increase gravity, a chasm rather, at the far end of which there's a red glowing light that's kind of about eye level. And yeah, that's it. We'll just pick up from there.
No. Did
No.
we just... You could go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering if there's like any like depictions or illustrations, like some of the other traps, like maybe hidden under the vines or anything.
Oh no, no
Okay.
markers or indicators here. It does look like the rooms that you've been in the underside here have been pretty much devoid of any kind of markings on the walls, with the exception of the Storm Herald right when you first entered, and then the icons that are kind of near the levers.
Okay.
Does it look like there's room, like here in between the blades, to stop?
So yes and no. And what I mean by that is if you are just an inch off in your placement of yourself, your spatial placement, it could be the case that you're losing
It
that
will take
inch
an inch off. Yeah.
front or back.
Okay.
Said the... And you say like the blades go like in a pattern, right?
Yeah, so the blades on the left are going in a upwards fashion, and the blades on the right are going in a downwards fashion. So it's kind of making this every time
Well,
it's.
and last time you said that there was some sort of like discernible timing to them. It wasn't just like,
Yeah, it's not happen chance, just kind of random blade throwing. It does look like there's a sequence where the blades will kind of like interlace every time.
Yeah. And there's like room that you could like stay in between like two blades without getting, you know, squish kebabbed or anything.
Potentially, but again, as we discussed, it's very narrow, and it would
Mm.
be very, very difficult to do that.
Okay.
And yeah, so like the
so
first two sets kind of go at one point, the next two kind of go at one point. They're not all hitting at the same time, is what I'm saying. Like the pairs are not all hitting at the same time, but the pairs will kind of hit, so it looks like they're kind of moving in front of you and kind of meeting at the middle.
Okay. And can we like see past those blades there, like to the other side
As far as
faintly?
you can see, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a light on the other side too.
Correct.
So
Okay.
there's lever.
The
and there's a lever.
sconces on the other side are different than the ones you've seen throughout the complex before. These look like regular, just metallic kind of torch holders. The torches that are set inside of them do not look like they are emitting smoke or actually burning. So it looks like they are the continual flame torches. It just doesn't look like they're secured.
Um.
Hmm.
I mean, we all know that Gil's gonna try and get through this, right?
Dude,
Um,
do we?
Yeah, Tommel sure as shit ain't stopping him.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't
There's
think
a lever on the other side.
Yeah,
Is there
either
any
side.
kind of buffing that we can do? Tommel, you got anything up your sleeve?
You bathe them in light
Not-
to take. Oh, sorry. Here you go.
I got that, but I only got 2 uses of that. But I got that.
Oh.
Huh.
So there's that. I don't have any buffs though.
I could cast a spell that you potentially reduce D4 damage. But other than that,
Guidance.
guidance too, yeah.
I'm assuming this would be like an acrobatics check.
I mean, it depends on how you're wanting to do it, yeah. So if you're wanting to maneuver through it in a dexterous way, then yeah, it'd be dexterity. Acrobatics.
I mean, we can also always go to the other side and fight the constructs,
The robots.
the robots.
What if I wanted to do it in an athletic way?
Then you'd make an athletics check.
Okay.
Is this what you want to do?
Yes. No,
I wish you could see
Well-
my worried facial expression.
I'm genuinely trying
I-
to hold back my glee.
I mean, you know, from like a non-self-sacrificing perspective, it might be really cool to give teleportation a shot. I know that would be a huge blow to Jonathan's joy.
No, not at all.
Teleportation fails, you die in the trap.
No, it'll work.
Okay.
But again, it doesn't look like there's any kind of, at least so far as Tommel can see, it doesn't look like there's any kind of strange magical auras or anything crazy. I mean, if you can see the site and cast the portal, you can create the link between here and there. It's not a problem.
The only thing Tommel is thinking is that it might be better to use that to cross the gap if a door opens across the gap, because it's going to be a lot harder to cross the gap in a non-magical means than it is to run through the traps, and you've got 2 arcane portals on Tommel. That's it. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your third level spell slot too. So
Yeah, I got 2 third-level spell slots. That's my highest cast, and they're blown for the rest of the, long rest. So, I'm
Well,
happy to do it to cross this.
you only have
I
to
could
cast
arcane.
it once to pass through here on one side.
On one side, that's what I mean,
Okay,
and then we
okay,
just
okay.
have to go to the other side, cast it again to do the same thing to get to the other lever, and then then we have nothing to cross the gap that sucks us down that we can't even fly across.
I
Yeah,
understand.
but once you
Yeah.
pull that lever, we don't know what's gonna change.
Correct.
So, I mean, I'd rather. I mean, they're your spell slots, but I would rather.
Oh, I have to feed my
You'll not
dog.
die.
Yeah, but I can always use it as a oh shit button too, to get him out. Because I can cast the portal in 2 different points, and he can walk through to get out if something happens when he pulls the lever.
Well, no, I'm talking
True.
about being in the. Dying in the trap.
Oh, I guess.
Cijo is saying
But
that
the portal's not
they're
going to
not
help
very
that though.
confident in Gil's ability.
Yeah, I guess.
I'll be fine.
Oh.
I
It was
think
the
Gil
mouth.
has.
If you have an idea for how we're gonna get across the magical gap that sucks us into nothingness, Tomo is happy to use 2 arcade
So,
portals.
I just want to explain the portal or the pathway with the chasm one more time. It's a
Yeah.
chasm that seems to be weighing down and like
Yeah.
drawing you into the darkness. And across the long, just straight kind
Yep.
of like barrel of it, there is a red glowing light.
So we don't even know if there is another end.
Nope. We don't.
Yeah,
So we can't cross it because you can't see it.
Correct. And we have a whole third path we haven't even looked down that might be harder to cross than these
The
axes.
third path.
Wasn't there another door that we haven't even investigated? Or no?
Yeah, north.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay,
There's a
well-
whole north path that we don't even know what's going to be down there that we might need the portal for.
Well, the mouth is staying open, so if we want to go look at that 1st,
yeah,
I mean,
it's
I'm
probably-
game to just charge these fucking blades.
I was game to let you go too. We got healing
I'm
spells,
good.
like we just messed it.
Might be a better idea to investigate our other options.
explore all our options first before going through Blades of Death.
I
Possibly.
suppose. Blades of Death are just so cool.
It is though. You're right about that.
Imagine how cool I would look going through them. Like
I
a
mean,
fucking
we've
ninja.
already-
Tomo was on board.
We've already pulled your intestines into your body once today.
Exactly.
need-
We're getting really good at it now.
No.
Yeah, like it'll take you less time.
We know exactly where to go.
Yeah.
What you need to be better at self-preservation.
Kuyura's eye twitches, and she steps out of the space.
Listen, you've known him for too long.
I know. You're like her blue cousin.
Right? It's like, not now. Just stop.
Okay, so we want to make our way north.
Okay.
If we want to investigate the last space, yeah.
My God, so slow.
So, when you come to this space here, you'll see that there are 2 levers on the sides as before. And it looks like they don't have any markings or any kind of intricate kind of manners to them. They just look like 2 levers.
Yeah.
And then instead of having a facade or face that kind of opens up to, the next space, instead it's just a solid block. That's kind of where that face would be.
Would I be able to tell if this aligns with that solid block door? Or did we open that one where I died last time? Almost died. Whatever. Death spot 1.
What?
There was that with the birds. There was the stairs that
Oh,
went
no,
up
no,
to
no.
that block door. There's no way it aligns with that.
Not at all.
Okay.
Does this guy have a space for anything in his mouth?
It's just a lever. Like
No, this guy.
Oh, sorry, the small statue. So it does not. It's similar to the one on the left side. Its mouth is closed. Yeah, the treasure chest face is what we're gonna call them.
Call it Bob.
Bob the treasure icon.
Yes.
Official.
That's how
Alright,
it is.
going in the notes.
It's in the notes. It's real now.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm gonna step off the thing if y'all are gonna start pulling levers.
Yeah.
Tomo never stepped on the thing for that reason.
All right. Do you want to... Hey, Sarah, do you want to do same time or I go first?
Same time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, pull!
So the just like the door that you entered through, it descends and disappears, revealing the space in front of you. You can see that it looks like it is another room with pillars. These pillars are different in that they appear to be kind of covered on the exterior with a kind of sheen of white stone, and it has a very high polish to it. And there's a lot of old Ordric language kind of written up and down the lengths of these pillars, kind of written in circular fashion, kind of spiraling down each of one of these pillars. None of these pillars are broken. It does look like vegetation-wise, this is the place where most of the roots seem to have kind of manifested, at least the most that you've seen in one place, really. And the ceiling, which is about 40 feet above you, is completely covered with roots that seem to interlace across the top like rafters. Directly ahead of you, in this space that is well lit, the torches are actually not torches. Instead, it looks like they are kind of just glowing motes of light that sit inside of metal cages that are kind of connected to the pillars. But the room is well lit. On the opposite side, you see a one-step dais and a massive, larger than is necessary for what you would consider a medium-sized creature, throne. On the left side of the throne and on the right side of the throne are two doors. The doors in
I want to go
question
in.
are stone. Yeah, not a problem.
Okay, doors of stone. Sorry.
Yep, on the north and that'd be on the northwest and northeast side there, kind of.
Is there like any markings on the pillars or symbols or
Mhm.
anything of the like?
Writing, yeah, it appears to be writing in the Ordric language.
Okay.
And Sarah, if you go through and look at the markings, you'll note that each one of the pillars, save one, appears to have the same writings. The writings in question you're semi-familiar with from being brought up as a noble. It is a story of the first Storm Herald and how they came to be. The story of how the people of Ordris kind of came to be, which was refugees from the west and exiles from the north coming to an island together and finding themselves having to work together to brave the wildlands of the island and also of the weather around it. The pillar that doesn't have that story on it is just a bunch of names. And a lot of them look familiar in that they look like the names that you've seen upstairs on the stone blocks that had honorifics, like at the prayer wall, and also inside of the Queen's Chamber, which was the flooded area where you found the bandit and killed him. They had a bunch of floor pattern names there as well. So it's a lot of the same. But it looks like it's everyone there. And this would be the pillar that is at the left-hand side of where the throne would be. So on the right-hand topmost position. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I would share that with the group, what the story is, and what each pillar meant.
Okay.
Are these doors?
Yeah. If you approach them, you will see that they appear to have a symbol. Each one has a different symbol. Your knowledge of religion and also the fact that it's come up a number of times already would denote that they are the symbols of kind of like the old Ordric kind of way of etching the God heart, which is just 9 circles, each one with the symbol of each representative therein marked on it. Bear with me here, my computer's doing a slow. But what you'd also note is that at the top of the one on the right and the top of the one on the left, there is a word which means something to people who are trained in Arcana and History, not just the one. So the one on the right says Suke, and the one on the left says Nuema. Suke is the translation of soul or psychic, kind of the mental aspects of a being. And Nuema is spirit, or the pneumatic, kind of the essence of the divine that is kind of present in all people.
Which one was on the left side again?
So Suke was on the right,
Okay.
and Nuema on left.
From when you're sitting in the throne or when you're looking at the throne?
So that would be on the map.
Okay.
So if you were sitting on the throne, it would be Suke left and Nuema right. And again, those words translate to the people who understand Arcana and History as like an older, kind of ancient reference to soul, which is kind of representational of the ancestors' concept of the mind, and then Nuema, which is kind of a concept of like the spirit, like the divine essence of a being. In modernity, it would probably be kind of akin to like more like what you kind of think of as soul, but again, spirit being different in this context. Do you investigate the throne, Gil? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see the crown of the Storm Herald. You see the symbol inside of the crown of the Storm Herald, kind of present there on the back of the chair. In the Ordric language, there's a word underneath it, and it's Hule, which is Hule, and it means material or physical or body.
So I sit in the chair.
Okay. It's quite big, so you kind of have to like, do
Scoot
one of
back.
those. Yeah, and you kind of like even scooting back, like your feet are going to be like
Sticking
draped
out.
up. Like you're not going to be able to like it's not even sticking out. Like you'll be able to sit flat with your back to it. Like it's that long, like inwards. It's definitely made for someone who is probably of large size category, but sitting in it does nothing.
So he'll just.
What are you doing, Gil?
Just checking it out. And he'd just be like kind of looking at the room from the vantage point of the throne.
Okay. The pillar with names on the left, the start of the story on the right. Soul on the left, and spirit on the right. And anybody else have any questions about this space?
Nope.
Oh, does this open?
Nope. Think it would be that easy.
One can always hope.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, you could just
Don't
like
know the
open
door
it.
is
Sometimes all you
locked
gotta do is
until
push
you
on the
turn
door and it
knob.
works.
Yeah,
Right.
no,
I mean, it could
like-
open and then like
I will
flesh-eating
say
beetles come out. I don't
that
know.
The door does not have a knob or any kind of mechanism that looks like it would open it. It's similar to the doors that you've seen so far, where there's some sort of mechanism or something that causes it to descend.
What
Guess
if?
what, hun? You're gonna have to go through that gauntlet.
I mean, I'm okay. But
Does
like,
anybody have any questions about the space? I know John and Zach haven't really piped in, and also Kimmy. You kind of just, you know, did the route and read everything, obviously. But do you have any questions about the space? Anything that you want to ask, or anything that you're kind of focusing in on?
Fortunately, I'm not trained in history, only Arcana.
I'm sure the concepts are probably relayed to you by like Tommel or Quiura. Like I'm sure they don't keep the knowledge from.
There's no gatekeeping on that knowledge.
Yeah.
We would have shared it as soon as it was shown.
I mean, I could try to like do an investigation of my, see if there's anything that I can drum up,
Okay.
especially with the doors.
You're focusing on the doors, and you want to make an investigation roll. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which door do you want to start with?
The
Spirit or soul?
left one. Left
Left
stage right.
All right.
Oof.
Oh, rip.
What'd you get?
7.
That's really bad. So what you do notice about the door on the left is there's this very strange kind of hum to the door. Like there's a certain kind of just natural or supernatural presence that's kind of present on the door. And you're not quite sure what it is. But then, other than that, you have no idea.
Tommel?
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 I want to touch it.
Tommel?
What?
Would you like to? This door seems to be humming. Would you like to take a look at it with your special eyes?
Did you hum back? I'll use detect magic. I'm just fucking with him.
When you use detect magic, you see this in a very different way than you saw it before. There is a bright, glowing green color where the word Noema is located. Okay. As you kind of look at the door more in this light, you see that the entirety of the door glows, and it glows with a kind of pastel kind of coloring of blue, which is kind of divine magic abjuration, as you're kind of picturing it. But you also see that swirling inside of the glow across the door are words. And the words appear to be in the Ordric language as well. You're able to kind of jot them down because I know you have a notebook, right?
Yep.
And if you show them to Sarah, she would read them as channel the will of the wind to pass.
Blow on it. I mean, I was going to suggest that because it's the essence.
What did you say? Channel the wind of the...
Channel the will of the wind to pass. Which, if you have religion trained and you hear this out loud, you know what it means. It means channel divinity. The wind is referential to divine.
The divine winds.
And that would be like same to the other door, right? Or we just get into that?
This is the first door. We haven't gone to the other door, so we don't know what that says or does or.
No, not this.
Okay, so
Channel divinity.
Yeah.
That would be our cleric.
Yeah.
Or our paladin or whatever the hell.
Cleric.
Kieran will say, "Oh, we need wind," and he'll do gust cantrip at it.
Fire that. Well. So it just says, let me try something. He's gonna use his channel divinity.
Okay. If you touch the door and expend one use of channel divinity, the second you do, the entire door glows blue outside of the spectrum of light, and then the door slides down, revealing the passage beyond.
Oh.
Hey.
The second the door
There we
drops down, you hear loud whirring and clicking, and you watch as the field in front of you becomes complete chaos, as these massive fucking pillars that go from floor to ceiling, covered with spikes, start spinning and moving in tracks across the floor, all about the space.
All the way to the ceiling.
Oh.
Floor to ceiling, up to the pillars.
Yes.
Dang.
You'll just like jumps off the throne and is like over here in like 22 seconds.
Tommel's
Like,
gonna
what
look
is
up.
that?
Tommel's gonna look up at Queer and say, "And you were worried about the accent."
Now, I'm going to state something very, very quick, very, very simple, just so you understand the mechanism of trying to bypass this trap. There's not going to be a skill check in this. The pieces move when I move them. For the purposes of just watching it, what you will learn is there is no pattern. It is completely erratic. It is literally at my desire, which I'm not going to tell you the metric for how it moves, but they are moving about the space as you are... Oh, I got to snap to it. They are moving about the space as you are staring down the barrel of it, okay? They're not stopping. They're not clashing against each other. You do notice that there's no kind of, like, point where they... Oh, somebody dropped out.
Yeah,
Shisha.
Gigio had to reset Zoom.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, they're having camera issues.
All right. Let's see.
Do they go vertically and horizontal?
That doesn't help. So the pillars go from floor to ceiling and stay on the
Right.
tracks that are in the floor and the ceiling, which is like the grid that you can see on the ground there, right?
But they don't go like up and down.
They don't go
They
up and down. The
left.
pillars are literally moving like horizontally across the space on the tracks. But they
Okay.
go left and right. They go
Okay, that's what I
up
was
and
looking
down.
for.
They don't go up and down. They
No,
go
no. Yeah, exactly. I meant, yeah,
length and width, but not depth.
exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it so my head is... Okay, there we go. And then I gotta do a thing real quick while you discuss what you're wanting to do. But I'll explain the... again, I'll try to explain the metric. If you try to cross, the second you start that process is an initiative roll. And then we will work out how that works beyond that.
I think Scarin will put his arm out in front of Gil and say, just a moment. We still have to look at the other door.
Mm.
Wait, did that
Be
spend
patient.
by channel
patient.
divinity?
What's that?
Did that spend by channel divinity though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And we got to make sure we know all avenues before we
Now,
keep going.
I do believe you get Channel Divinity back on a short rest, is that right?
Yeah,
Okay,
you do.
just making sure.
Tomo, do you want to look at the other door?
Back. You're
Tom.
muted if you're talking about it.
Oh, sorry.
okay.
The other door, detect magic.
Okay, so you move to the other side and detect magic on this door. The door glows a soft yellow, and the name, the words glow as well. As you see the kind of light shining and the kind of words moving across, you do see another pattern that appears to be Ordric words. You write it down,
Mm-hmm.
show it to Sara. Sara translates, and it says, "Not the most weakest of magic, not that above that, but that which is able to burn and to sear." And it doesn't
Firebolt?
seem to make sense other than the first part, which you think means not cantrips.
So
Not the lowest form of magic, and not that which is above that, but something that burns and sears.
So it's at least a second level spell?
This is what it sounds like. In something that burns or sears.
well,
I mean,
magic says
fireball.
that.
I will say,
No fireball.
again, remember, I did not make the dungeon for you, so it's very funny that the fire
We have
party
a-
runs into the door that needs fire to burn it.
fire. Hey. Hey.
Do a fireball.
Got you. Fireman. So, guess you. So not first level, either like a higher.
I think it's reading second level or higher.
Sorry,
Spell.
the other thing you would note is that it seems to be kind of indicative when it says magic. It's referring to magic, like dark wind, not light wind.
Breath weapon. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
The fire sphere.
fires. All right. Let's do it. Fire speed. All right, let's go back up a
You
bit.
don't have
though.
something that's a bit better.
Okay, hold on. I just want to make sure I clarify again. Well, okay. I'm gonna
Not breath weapon.
No, I'm gonna
No,
leave,
no.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna leave it again one more time. When I say magic, I mean dark wind sourced magic.
Oh.
Do you understand what I'm saying, people?
No.
No.
Arcane magic is different than divine magic. They come from two different sources. The way I get divine magic is I have faith, and then the light winds flow through me, and my faith is empowered. Creates a prayer effect.
Oh.
Makes sense.
When magic is used, like spellcraft, you use the dark winds, and the dark winds flow through you by either a pact with another agent, the power of your own blood, or the manipulation of that wind through study. And when you use that, it is very different than the light winds. There's not many curing spells on the arcane side, and there's not as much destruction on the opposite.
Maybe not the cleric.
No.
So Druid's flame sphere probably wouldn't help here.
Druids are primal, which is kind of a middle ground between the two. It's more leaning towards faith element.
What
Yeah, that
about
makes sense. Okay.
What about the bunny wizard?
Bunny wizard has no burning spells.
Hmm.
So
Be right
I
back real quick.
also do not have a burning spell,
Be right back real quick.
so that's cool.
Make an Arcana check, the two of you.
$20.
Good. And
24.
that's going to do it. 22 is the DC. So this is older, more ancient magic. I was actually... With advantage, would that get either of you higher than that? Because you have
With
28.
advantage,
you have
28.
Arcana and History. Okay, so both of you would come to understand that the term burn or sear is Get out of there. Go. No. Okay, so the term burn or sear may be This is a comb. I was going to hit him with it. The term burn or sear may be referential to an elemental type of damage. It could also be referential to just burning the energies within you, which is a term that is an older terminology in canon, but is also one we use in game a lot too. Burning, meaning just
Spell.
get rid of, sacrificing.
Oh, so just cast a spell, dude. Level 2.
This really chaps my ass, but
Um,
Zach is like, I'm not gonna. I got my resources. I'm gonna keep it.
I just
I was gonna offer to do a ritual, but
No.
I know it won't work. I know it won't work.
I
You have
just
to
did
burn
a
the
shatter.
slot. I get it.
Does that do anything?
What's that?
Shatter.
Quiyura sets off shatter.
So when the spell emanates from you, you actually feel the magical energy flow into the door. The door glows yellow for a moment. The spell doesn't actually take effect, but the slot is consumed. And yeah, the door opens. The second the door opens, you hear a loud clanging sound. And when you move into the space, you will see the reason for that is massive walls covered with spikes
oh my god.
meet in the middle and slam together. And this happens in 4 different tracks across the room. The speed at which they are moving and hitting is dizzying. It's quite fast. But they hit, they retract just as quick. They hit, they retract just as quick. It looks like there is a sequence here, and it looks like there's no space in between for you to stop and get a rest. It literally has to be done correctly the first time.
Kill
Okay,
one
so
shot,
which one do I get to steal?
one opportunity.
There are lights on the opposite side, just as with the space before. that you saw.
dear.
And it does look like there is a pair of levers there.
We've got levers.
Huh?
Levers?
Sarah and Gil are like, yeah, Lever Town.
So then we know who has to go across.
My God.
Tommel,
pick Tommel.
go.
This
Run
being,
like a bunny!
this being skill oriented, I just want to make sure you understand your options. Athletics to try and outpace it at the right point, higher DC. Acrobatics to move nimbly through it, slightly lower than athletics DC. Investigation to catch the timing and understand it to move across in the exact pacing that's required. Around about the same as athletics.
Can I use investigation to give an advantage to the person that's going to cross?
Great question. So you can, to the person who would be doing so with athletics, you would not be able to do so for the person that's giving acrobatics, and here's
Let's
why.
do it, because I'm doing athletics.
Can I use religion to pray really, really, really hard for that person?
Yeah,
Um,
same.
It's not gonna affect the DC or the rolls. I just
Athletics
Okay.
is going at the right time, so it would be you telling them when.
Cindrix has one job.
Yeah.
I
They
can
just
take
sort of made a
Cindrix's
solid to pray for Gil's safety.
Okay, sorry.
All right.
Okay, what are the mechanics?
So
Well, first, let me investigate. Is that okay?
Mhm. Okay. So looking
Oh,
at
fuck.
the timing and pacing, it is fast, like the slamming, but it slams, and there's about a beat as it's opening up that there's a space in between, but immediately as they're kind of hitting back, the next ones are hitting. And so is the case as it kind of moves through. There's never more than two connections. So you'll have the first one and the third one connecting at the same time, and the third one and the second one and the fourth one connecting at the same time. First one, third one, second one, fourth one. Pop, 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 pop on two separate spectrums.
Gil, you
Okay.
gotta pray.
I don't need to pray. I got this.
They- No,
Let's do it.
I mean,
No, let me-
Cindrix. Take
Yes.
us to church, Cindrix.
Oh, that was a
That
joke. That's not a real thing. Religion's not going to help here.
Gil,
No,
we're going at the
guidance.
same
There's
time,
a
right?
little guidance.
Fair, fair, fair.
Pray for your safety, Gil.
Are we going
Watch
at the
over
same
you.
time? Or
I don't think that would be a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, we better
Well-
spread out the tries just in case.
Because, like, if one of us fails, like, I feel like John is just going to use one of us to trip the other one, and then we both die.
It's like you know me.
Oh, man.
We got to share in the pain as we share in the rewards.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we
Okay.
doing?
I'm going unless somebody's dropping guidance or doing something.
Yep. Yeah, I dropped the guidance.
All right.
Okay.
Please don't die.
So you'll make an athletics check.
Yeah.
You'll have advantage.
Oh.
Go ahead and
Roll
roll
the
a
D4.
D4.
The D4.
Okay.
Oh, let's go!
So, on cue, when Quiura says to go, keeping an eye on the sequence, you rush out just as the second one's slamming, and as it's opening up and the next ones are about, or the one you're standing in is about to slam, you move through it and continue the sequence through. You manage to make it entirely across to the opposite side.
Yeah!
Let's go!
He literally does like a little dance at the end, just like yeah! And he's like, okay.
And for you, it was actually not the worst thing ever. Like, you felt like you were in your element there, like rushing
Yeah.
through. It didn't feel like there was a second where you were like, you know, frazzled, or you felt like you were kind of like in a state where, you know, there was a problem.
Mhm.
So well done.
All right, so now he turns around and he's like, let's go, Sarah! All right, girl, you got it.
All right.
Wait, guidance.
Wait. Guidance. Plus. There we go. Boom.
Okay.
Please don't die either.
He's like literally at the other end, just like crouched down, just like super hyped.
Okay.
All right,
Go ahead and
guidance.
roll
Hey,
the
boy.
guidance.
Please God.
He's Solon. Let's
Oh,
go!
beautiful.
Sarah,
Woo!
Queer is kind of like waiting, and then once it hits, go. You kind of move out, rush out after. This one for you is a little closer. Like you're kind of sweat beading on the top of your head, so you feel like it was a bit closer for you than it was for Gil. But the words that Syndrix had kind of like said in the instance feels like he kind of pushed you over the edge, like the upswell of kind of like dragons looking after you or whatever he said for the guidance, and you make it across.
Gil, you made that look like it was easier than what it was.
The DC was 18. So for the
All
athletics,
right.
Oh,
for the athletics check. So yeah, if you had
Wow.
rolled anything besides a 3 or a 4 for that, you probably would have been arrested. Gil, on the other hand, there was no chance of failure once that 17 hit the table. But yeah, 2 levers. Looks like roots that are kind of growing from south to north. Door marker does not have, or it has the same symbol as the symbol back there, just not the word. It's the 9 orbs on one on top of another. It appears that one of them seems to have been kind of carved in a bit, and this would be the 4th from the top.
Full livers, same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's exactly what's required. So once you do, the door opens and the space ahead opens up to you. Looks like it's a decently long hallway, or slightly long hallway, about 30 or 40 feet. And at the far side of which, when you kind of peer in with your dark vision, you would see that on the far wall, inside of that wall is set an alcove. Inside of that alcove is a keystone. The keystone has a circle with 3 diamonds and a circle kind of set in like a square shape or diamond shape. This is the mark of Hoagi.
Who to what?
Hoagi,
Hoagi.
which I'll go ahead and post in the
Aha.
image notifications.
Does this stop the traps from moving, or they're still
It does. The traps have stopped.
Come on over, guys. Before I go in and grab that stone, can I check to see if any of these suspicious tiles are trapped?
Great question. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Can I assist?
They don't look
Oh,
suspicious.
God.
They do look suspicious. They kind of look like the pattern you before. There's nothing wrong with the tiles. There is something strange about the floor, but you can't tell what it is.
Gil,
It looks funny.
yes. I wonder if I can do my own investigation.
I mean, if you want. I was just gonna walk in there.
DM?
I would like to do one as well.
So if it's bandwagoning, I'll just let you know that the first DC was lower than the DCs that you'll be rolling, because Gil will be explaining what he saw and it'll be muddying the waters effectively. So Queera, if you make a check next, you'll have the set DC that's slightly higher.
19?
That'll satisfy it though. So you do note that the floor is strange, and as you look at it more closely, you realize why. Right about where the walls kind of close in and narrow a bit, you can actually see that the floor isn't perfectly level. It actually slopes down quite steeply, and it looks like it's kind of more slick than the rest of the floor. It's not such a ramp that it would like shoot you straight down into like the abyss or anything. But looking at it, you're pretty sure that if someone were walking or moving in that way, they might slip and fall forward and kind of be shot straight towards the far wall.
It's a
Why?
slippery slope.
Yeah, why that would be the case, you're not certain.
I'm assuming spikes.
But
Ceiling
the reason why
go
you're
down
not
with it.
Sorry,
Does the ceiling go down with it?
it does not.
Okay.
And so it kind of begins here.
Yes.
The slip.
And so it looks like if you were to step there, it might shoot you forward if you weren't cautious. And why that's the case, you're not sure. What happens at the end when you kind of finish your power slide down, you're not certain. But Scarin raises a good point. If he is capable of flying, it's about 10-foot high ceiling, but obviously kind of lower at that point. But yeah, you can fly out to the stone, grab it, and bring it back.
I will do so.
Okay.
Eeb.
Take the stone, fly back, and there's no problem. I know it's weird, right?
Look at this.
Give. Give stone.
He throws it to Gil.
Yay!
Well, Hoagie was the crafter, so it could be like it was a trap room for him.
Mm-hmm. Well, Hoagi is mainly, and again, the case of it is abjuration. So it's kind of defender as well. Very defensive in their kind of craft. But yeah, you're not wrong. It could have been something to that effect.
Okay, now we have to check all of these crazy traps, because what if there's other stones?
And yeah, what if you want to if you want to check and see how the trap works? I mean, we could just trigger it, and see.
Oh no, I don't care about that trap. I mean, like the spinning pillars of spike.
We got 2 other traps to play with, John.
Couple more than 2.
Yeah.
We got 2 other ones in our immediate vicinity to play with. 3 if you count the constructs.
All right. So you head back out. Stone acquired.
Mm-hmm.
When you enter into this space and the stone of Hoagi passes through the doorway, you would see that the left arm of the throne glows yellow.
Ooh.
It's almost like looking at it, and Tommel, if you have detect magic glowing more specifically for you, it almost looks like there's a hand that is glowing on the arm. Like kind of like a length. And Tommel, if you're looking at detect magic, yeah, there's very much a hand there. Like a strange kind of discorporated, like ghostly hand.
Gil's gonna start rummaging around and like trying to get all of the other stones from people.
Of a slightly larger creature, to be sure.
Heard.
You know, pull out the Harkin stone and see if it does anything.
Nope. It seemed that walking out of that door with the stone is what caused
Figured
the arm
it.
to glow.
Okay.
It wants the stones that are here.
I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, maybe.
Or at least the stones are summoning it back. We don't know if it wants the stones.
It makes me think there's another stone in here, though. Let's do it.
All right.
I believe in you, Gil.
Haven't stopped worrying and
always
chucking
believed in
through. Yeah.
Alright, let's go look and see.
Yes.
Yeah, boys, really
Death trap.
Okay.
early deaths.
Wait.
Woo!
So, again, if you are wanting to pass over,
We're missing somebody.
Scarin?
Jared.
John's making pudding. There, are you happy? Yeah, no. Okay, so the second you wish to cross out over it, we will be rolling initiative.
Cross out over that grid.
Yep. The second you have an intent to try and get across the trap, that's when I need to know. That's when we go. That's when we start an initiative tracker.
I mean,
And
Gil, you got an expeditious retreat? Dash.
I do. I got that now.
That might help.
Okay.
We don't.
Before.
Oh, and there's a couple more levers on the other side, huh?
Skaren has no will to go over this.
Oh, there's a lever right here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
Tom
there
will
is.
pull this one.
Okay. No, absolutely fine. So when you do, the door behind you shuts.
Oh,
Amo.
No, I was saying that out loud. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay.
Lever here. Levers here.
okay. Well, we do
Or
this
you-
then, I guess.
Before you go, let me put a blessing of Solon on you.
Oh, sorry. One other thing. I forgot my notes. The door behind you shuts. You also hear, as the door ends its shutting process, a sound, a mechanical sound, off in the distance beyond it. It seems to be south, like towards the beginning of the dungeon.
Huh.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Well,
Okay, so I have guidance.
I have a
Do we-
question.
Yeah. Okay.
What is the nature of this grid? I may have been disconnected from Zoom.
Sure.
When you were
So you
talking
see
about
the little like circles with spikes all over them?
it. Yeah.
Those are pillars that go from floor to ceiling, and they're nested inside of the grid on the floor and the grid on the ceiling, which is about 10 feet high. Okay?
Okay.
They are moving in the tracks at a random, like chaotic order all about the grid, moving from like left to right, up and down on the grid, all over the space, but never bumping into one another. When
That's normal.
someone tries,
They also spin.
yeah, they're spinning. Yeah, they're covered in spikes and spinning. But when someone tries to pass over, what's going to happen is just to mechanically, so we understand, that person is going to roll initiative. I have an initiative set for the trap. It's a layer, so it's 20. And the spikes will move, the pillars will move, and then your team will move. And you'll move after I've placed the spikes where they'll end up after moving. If you go faster than 20, then, I mean, you probably won't catch it out like this, so I'm just going to put them in random positions before we start.
All right, Gil. I'll go with you.
Hell yeah.
It's that, or we can use one of the portals.
Oh,
We do still have 2 portals.
but there's 2 levers.
So portal stays for a minute as long as I hold concentration.
So
Anybody
multiple
go through it
people
now.
can go through
Any
it? Okay.
anyone,
Okay.
and you can cast through it.
All
It's
the
actually
portal-
really cool mechanically.
Yeah,
You can,
portal
like-
just makes both
yeah.
spaces adjacent to one another for the purposes of movement.
It
and
works
shooting.
like the portal gun.
Yes.
Oh,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we do
yeah.
that?
It's a fucking portal gun spell.
It's pretty fun.
But
I mean,
then
should
what
we
if
do-
you need that for later? Like,
Then
I
we
mean, this looks kind of dangerous,
sleep
though.
somewhere.
I mean, I have a lot more after that last show of skill and ability. I
Yeah.
really have a lot more faith in our duo.
I always have.
Imagine
faith.
if they had kids; they'd be really super dexterous and strong.
All
Subtle.
right. Let's, all right. Gil would want to start down here, I think.
That makes sense. Wherever you want to start, just let me know when you want to go.
All right.
I'm happy with my positioning here. And again, they're not moving in like one specific order and just staying on a path. Like they can stop and go back the other direction. Like it's absolute madhouse out there. And Sarah, if you're running across, you can go ahead and make an initiative as well. You'll be going on the same track. And I don't mean track like, I mean initiative track.
yeah, I just can't see the center. It's dark for me.
Oh, right, because you don't have light.
Right.
Do you want to get a torch out or something?
Oh, Tommel has light on the amulet that Cindrix threw him, so I could just hand the amulet
Okay.
to
Sorry.
so Sarah can make it across with light.
And then
Oh,
that
thank
would
you.
mean that
Yeah, there we go.
you lose yours, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, just a moment.
The Forbidden Car Wash. That's a good.
Yes. Forbidden Car Wash, Ultra Ninja Warrior.
Oh yeah, the traps in this place are very stupid. Like, I love them.
I don't feel like any starting place is good. I'm going to start from here.
Okay. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh,
Oh no!
Oh, you didn't select your token. Add 3. Okay. So since 20's
Got
first,
pie.
since 20's first, I want to make sure that I explain something to you before we move. The spaces in between are pretty deep and pretty wide, as you can see. So they do require a little bit of a hop to get across. So that being said, if you want to change your starting position, since I didn't mention that before, understanding that during a turn, you can only jump a number of feet equal to your strength score if you have a running jump, and half as much if you don't. Which means you can only jump over so many gaps. Each gap being about 2 feet. So if you have a 16, you can jump over 8. If you have a 14, you can jump over 7. If you have a, and so on. If you're moving at full pace. If you're not, it's half that much.
Okay.
Okay. Do you want to start at a different spot, like get a running start? Again, also the penalty for getting a running start means this your speed is going to be lessened, and so you might be able to potentially make it over more, but you may not be able to get all the way out. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
All right. So then on 20, I'm going to go ahead and shift around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this next one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, and this one. Okay, so it's 1, 2. Okay. So on 15 kill, you're up.
Alright. So explain how the movement works again. So I
No
have a
problem.
14.
14 strength, which means you can jump over a total of 7 gaps if you're moving at a running jump pace. So that means you need 20 feet of movement beforehand, and then you jump over you can jump a total of 14 feet in the turn. So if you
Okay.
were like to dash or something, you could do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're only going to be able to jump over 3 of those gaps if you're moving at your normal pace, and that's even if you dash, because you have a limitation to the amount you can jump during a turn, and that's
Okay.
preset.
I would like to, okay, so I would have to move 20 feet.
Mm-hmm. To be able
Before
to jump
I
over
could jump?
7. Okay, let me explain. At the start of your turn, you're going to move. If you move 20 feet before you hit that first one, you can jump over a total of 7 of the gaps. Okay? If you don't run up to it before you jump out on there, you're going to be able to jump over a total of 3 of them.
And do they have to be like in the straight line, or can I like do like this?
As long as if the line that you're moving crosses over a gap, it's going to cost you 2 feet of jumping movement.
So like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if you are starting at 20 feet back, move up to it, and then dash. Yeah, you need a total of 80 or 90 feet, was it?
Yeah.
And do you have
Well,
expeditious
roughly.
retreat? Do you have expeditious retreat?
I do.
And you can also dash as an action. So yeah,
Okay.
if that's the case, you kind of cast expeditious retreat before the I mean, right at the conflict start. You move out and rush, and as you're doing so, like, you can feel the wind of the primal magic kind of gracing you as you just hop across each of them and make it to that point you designated at the end.
Yeah. So I think it would end up being like right here.
Yeah. Okay, that was Gil, just kind of whoosh, rushing through, and then Sarah.
So Gil just made it all the way to the other side.
Yeah, but he cast expeditious retreat and then bolted.
She's just like, wait.
Like, what the hell?
You can
What
see
the
that
fuck just happened?
Gil uses a smart process of jumping over the diagonals, which is very smart, by the way, and kind of using that kind of processing to kind of get across effectively 2 lines at once.
Yeah. Okay. So you're saying if you want to start to run and jump, will cost you 20 feet of movement.
Correct. You need a lead up, and so if
Okay.
you have a strength of 16, right, or 18.
I have 18.
Okay, so that means without a running jump, you can jump over a total of, so it would be half of 9. So you can jump over a total of 4 gaps. But if you running jump, you can jump over a total of 9 gaps. Because it's 2 feet per gap and a maximum jumping of your strength score.
Okay.
So like if you ran
Could run like
20
that.
feet down and then
Well,
Sure.
again, you don't have to have started there. That's fine. Like, as long as you have, like, you know, if you're saying you want to back up before the go, I'm okay with that. So what's your speed?
40.
Okay. So if you dash, you'll have a total of 80.
Yeah. So you're okay with me moving?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so long as
Oh
it's within
man,
20
you're
from where you
you're
started.
like 1 tile short if you need the 20-foot start of a straight line across.
but I think if you come like this.
Yeah, but you're missing the 20 feet lead up. So you're only
Oh.
going to 60 from there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that stops you like here.
Right at the front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rogues,
You can either, like,
expeditious
you can get
retreat.
one or-
These are the things that I kind of was trying to. I pushed the expeditious retreat.
Tommel has Expeditious Retreat, but it's a self-cast.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
Could I have cast it on her?
It's a self cast.
Yeah, it's a self-cast.
Okay.
Range self, target self. And Tommel doesn't have enough strength score to. I only have a strength of 9, so I could make it over 4 gaps with a full lead up.
I will say
That only gets me halfway across.
thinking about it another way is what other ways can you kind of get across without having to jump?
I think it's. Doesn't this work?
Oh, I guess you could jump into the track and run along the track, right? Tommel would be small enough to run into the
I
track,
think Tom
right?
could get in the track, yeah, but then there's other options.
Does this not work? This
Uh,
path?
No, because it's 15 once it hits. You're falling in a hole. You got to be able to get a 20-foot lead up to the pipe. It's going to stop
Yeah.
you 5 feet short, or 10 feet short.
I think it's 5.
90 is the required amount of
20 to here, and then 80 to here. So
But that's-
I guess
but
you would
that-
fall in the hole.
but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
an-
yeah.
That's Quiura.
Right, right. 222.
No, you're not
Oh, that's
understanding.
it's 20 here. I can count it from here. It's
That's
still a
the
20-foot
starting.
lead up.
It doesn't
You need
matter
that
where
20-foot lead up to get the jumps, and the jumps lead you to here. That's 80 feet. So you're
Right.
even with the non-Euclidean math of D&D, it still like leaves you shy at that line.
80 feet. It's not enough. 90 is what you need. And we exampled that it was Gil, bonus action, dash, and then dash as an action.
Yeah.
A road.
Yes.
You might get stuck out there, but again, we don't know what these things are going to do, so...
Yeah, so I'm just gonna get stuck out there. Okay.
All right.
then-
It's just a matter of where you get stuck. It's
yeah.
yeah.
So
So-
maybe.
Yeah, just pick one of the lines and put yourself in a 5 foot.
Yeah. I think I want to get stuck as close to Gil as possible, maybe.
That makes sense?
So you said I can across. I'm sorry, 9, right?
Yeah, so you can be here, or you could be here, or you could be here. These are all valid options. Any one
I
of
think
these 3 spaces. I wouldn't suggest being adjacent to this.
No. How do I ping?
I don't... you just hold down
when you're-
your
yeah.
mouse. When you're on the pointer selected.
Oh.
And yeah, if you're moving... we've already covered the math. It's fine. So if you want to move to here, or
Alright.
here... Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So that's initiative 3. On initiative 20 at the top, I will be moving these real quick. Bear with me here for a second. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, jeez.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. Okay. You will be taking a total of 9 points of slashing damage. I know it looks like piercing, but they're worders. And because of the failure, you're susceptible to, if the next ones do hit, different type of action on them. Alright, let's do this one. Boo. 1, 2, 3. And then we've done this one, this one, this one. So it's just these 5. Oh, okay. Make 1, 2, 3, 4. Boo. Alright. And then this one. And 4. And these 2. This one cannot move. It is stuck for the turn. It will just spin. And then this one. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. All right. So you should be able to get out and over it without a problem on the next go. So just that small amount of damage. I had 2 possible chances to come over to you with the second spinning thing, and unfortunately, so if you're curious, the metric, roll a d4 that determines direction each time it goes, and then roll a d6 to see how many times it jumps.
Uh-huh.
Absolute madness. Unfortunately, not enough cool shit happened with it, but I'm a fan.
If you hadn't talked so much about that expeditious retreat.
No, I meant to do that. I was intentional. I knew this was coming. I also know other things are coming.
And you
It's a-
knew my dumbass would
it's a
do it.
really good spell. Okay, so if you move to here, you will note that there is no like levers here. There's no mechanism or anything. There's just a door. Wait, there are levers. I'm sorry, my brain's dumb. You're covering them.
Sorry.
Check my notes before I start talking.
The only reason that we came over here.
I'm so sorry. I'm having a day. Let me have my day. Okay, so you move over, you pull the levers at the same time. It is as before. That's what I should have said. That's something dumb. On the opposite side, you see that there is a passageway. Hold on a second here. Yeah, passageway. It looks like on the opposite side of you, you see a large hole in the ground. Yeah. And if you move into the space and look at it, you'll see that across from it, there is a wall. And that wall has an alcove in it. And that alcove has a marker And that marker, or keystone rather, and that keystone has Kernobosk symbol.
Did the pillars stop?
Yeah.
Karen!
Oh wait, no, sorry. Hold on. Yep, this is the weird one. No, they do not stop.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Oh no.
Karen, I need your wings. There's a stone.
That
Wait,
that depends
why are
if all the traps stop.
Why are they
Do
still-
stop?
No, they did
No.
not stop. Good luck.
Um,
Roll for initiative.
So again, looking at the space, Sarah, I'd like for you to go ahead and just make an intelligence check if you're not picking up on something that is kind of reminiscent of past experience.
Intelligence check.
Yep, I'll even give you advantage.
You didn't say if you don't remember.
Sufficient. So if you look at the space and kind of enter into it, this is one of the first rooms you've seen markings on the wall, and you will see the exact same patternings on the wall that you reflect on being present with the invisible bridge. And it looks like there are 2 stones that lead up to the hole.
All right.
All right. When she passes through, Gil, as she kind of steps out, you do feel weight kind of enter your foot very differently than when you stepped through on the other chasm, and like you kind of felt like you became lighter. You now feel like you're becoming heavier, and when you step out, you don't fall into a hole. It feels like you're stepping on something, but it feels like something is pulling you down onto it. And as you kind of hunker down and kind of like slowly move across empty space, you're able to walk straight across to the other side.
Oh, God. It's
And,
terrifying.
Yeah, Gil, if you watch, you'd see Sarah walk over, I assume grab the stone.
Yeah, I'll go.
You don't have to follow if you don't want to, Gil. Because the
no,
second...
he's literally standing in the middle.
No, he's not, because if he stands out there in for a long duration of time, and with his strength score, he's not making it across. I'm telling you, when you first step out, it's like agonizing pain.
Oh.
Sarah has strength 15 or more, so she's able to make it
Okay, he
across.
would have turned back and been
Yeah.
like,
Because
you got this, babe.
I was trying to be safe with it, because Sarah was the one who caught it last time, and I was just want to make sure it's a thing that we understand. Lead up blocks, big chasm, usually invisible bridge. Okay. So you now have the stone of Kernobosk.
Colonel Standard.
No. That is not correct, and I will tell Chad you said this, and he will be very sad about it. Alright.
Cry, Chad! Oh, man.
Once you take the stone off of the
Oh my
wall,
God.
that's when the traps stop. But they don't stop similar to how the other traps stop, where it just slid them back into their space. Instead, the pillars seem to kind of invert, like, and the spikes kind of like rotate inwards, and then they just drop into the ground.
Oh, I don't trust it.
Does the door open?
I don't walk back. It's a light jog.
Okay, but does the door open?
Yeah, the door's open, sorry.
Okay.
Once the traps go out, then, yeah. Light that
Why is the turn order still up? Why is it-
I got rid of it. I'm sorry. Stop yelling at me.
There's way too much anxiety in this party for you to do that shit.
As soon as I came back in the room.
Okay. So, again, experiencing everything that you've experienced so far, I just want to be sure. How are you entering into this next phase?
Gil's gonna nudge for Sarah to go first. Be like, dude, maybe the stone will do something.
Wait.
Yeah, and I want detect magic going.
Okay. Are you going in Tommel before Sarah?
Yes, yep. And Tommel's making sure to go in
And do you
well
wanna-
before.
Do you want her to stay back, or are you wanting her to go first? Because it sounds like Gil wanted her to go first. You're not wanting her to go first.
I'm going first, regardless. If
Okay.
she wants to go second before the rest of the party, by all means, Tummel's
yel-
not going to stop that. But Tummel wants to. Tummel's
okay.
already moving out
I
first.
just want to make sure you understand. The yellow hand started glowing
Yep.
when the stone passed through. So the
Yep.
presumption is what will happen when that happens.
Hopefully,
Blue.
the other hand shows up. Tummel's excited.
Blue hand. Let's do it.
Hands are gonna throw
Okay.
hands.
And I'll go in behind Sarah
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna watch
with
Alright,
my
back here.
trident.
Kimmy, is that what you want to do?
Heroically behind
Yep,
this
I'm
pillar.
going.
Stop,
Man.
everybody. Gil, you said you were going in behind Sarah. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That door's gonna shut.
Yes.
Of course it is.
Fuck.
Oh fuck. Sorry. Yeah, because he's like right up on her.
Yeah.
It's
I need
like,
a
oh,
dex
what's
save.
gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Get a roll here.
I need a
Save.
dex save?
That's what I asked for.
Oh, I thought you said Sarah.
No, I'm sorry, Gil.
Excuse me.
Okay, not sufficient. So the door slams down, smashing against your face and pushing you back, and shuts. For you two that are inside, the same is true on the other side of you, the door that you entered through on the right side, and also the door on the south side. Completely solid stone walls and barricades.
You
in front of
guys
you.
were gonna let Sarah walk through by herself.
Those of you that are on the opposite side, something very, very strange happens at this point. The door shuts and then becomes completely transparent like crystal.
So we can
Nice.
see
We
what's
can watch our
happening.
friends die horribly. Cool.
Oh no.
Or they
we
can watch
can't
us die
see.
horribly.
We can't see back through.
You cannot.
Fuck. Cool.
Does there seem to be a little bit
See,
of crawl
It
space?
could have been
under it?
interesting if you didn't rush through. It could have been interesting. There was a lot
I think
happening
it's
here.
significantly more
It
interesting
is
than I did.
so interesting. Sorry, what were you saying, John?
Is there? Does it look like that fills the gap below it too?
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't feel.
Like
I'm sorry.
it's completely solid, like
Apologies. It doesn't
like sealed.
I said slam down. I apologize. These do slam up. So yeah, it actually pushed Guild back when it kind of lifted up. But yeah,
Okay.
no, there's no space. It's completely. Yeah.
Like even for a tiny bug. Okay. I'm just checking.
French
If I had
quibbling
used
lovers.
inspiration, would that have
Well, good
done
luck.
anything?
I'm sorry.
If I had used inspiration, would that
But you
have done
didn't, so we're
anything?
moving on.
Yeah.
You said so.
Save it. We might need it on the other side of this door.
Yeah,
you
that's
can
what I
still
was
see us,
thinking.
remember?
Oh my
That was so mean when I said that.
Such a dick, John.
I mean, sometimes. Yeah.
You did really tough luck them.
Oh yeah. So the entity that you see kind of forming now, the hands glow brightly, and it kind of raises them up and kind of places them together. And as that happens, the full form of the entity manifests. I don't know why it's doing this. It will not let me drop my token from GM to token layer.
It's your punishment.
I guess so.
I'm gonna go get a snack.
Okay. Enjoy.
Anxiety snacking.
Come on.
Before we start, can I have a quick bio break? Just one
Yeah,
minute.
take a second.
Okay.
There he is. So when he places his hands together, Tommel, you can see a co-mixture between the yellow and the bluish color. And you actually watch as the hands turn blood red, and then an armored form of a decently sized humanoid figure appears. I would say in all, probably somewhere around 12 feet tall. and yeah, completely covered from head to toe in this red, kind of shiny, gold, ornate kind of armor. You can't see eyes. You can't even see like holes where eyes might be. You're not sure if the horns are attached to a body underneath or are part of the armor. The creature that's there before you is something you've never seen before.
Back.
Cool. And I described the
Cool.
creature bright red, red armor. Looks like it's completely head to toe armor, or perhaps it's like a chitin. You're not sure. And then the horns on its head, you're not sure if they attach to a body underneath or they're part of the armor. The entity doesn't say anything. It just stands up. It then throws its hand out to the side, and you watch as a massive flame just shoots out from its palm and forms a lance, which it then takes hold of. A bright lance that seems to be formed of ember and flame. Saying nothing, I'm going to go ahead and have everybody roll initiative. Oh, sorry, and pre-fight, Syndrix, go ahead and make a let's go with religion check.
Religion? Alright. Boom.
So since this is draconic related, you have advantage. You will note that the creature that you see before you appears familiar. You think it was once called a Red Ruin, which is an entity that serves dragons, or served dragons during the War of Sword and Serpent. It is a strange mixture between draconic properties and humanoid properties. It's kind of the precursor of your entire species, really, in that you're a dragonborn and kind of a similar co-mixture. Do I have everybody on initiative?
No. Missing Gil, missing Skirin. Missing the entity. If the
unfortunately did
entity
not
is on
select my
the
character, I
initiative
guess.
tracker.
I do have mine selected. I don't know why it didn't go.
He's on there now. You said it wasn't on there. Oh, you did roll.
No, I did roll 3.5. 3.15.
And we're just missing Gil.
Magpie is gone.
Might have had to handle the dog.
Okay. Well, then we'll just go ahead and put Gil at 1.
Cool.
All right. So it, with its big bright red lantern.
God, I hope it doesn't see me behind the pillar.
Oh, was it your intent?
Yeah,
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay.
More than fair.
I wanted to watch, but I wanted to be behind the pillar in case it exploded. You said stealth check. Cool.
Okay. So you're pretty sure it's cognitive of your presence, but it doesn't seem to be focusing on you. It seems to be focusing on Sarah.
Yeah.
It will step forward. As it does so, it raises its left hand. So it's got the right hand with the lance. It raises its left hand, and out from its palm juts flame, almost as if it's a mouth formed in its palm, and it's breathing the fire. But it does so in kind of like shots. It's only going to make one though. You need to make a dex saving throw, Sarah. And I need to put on the combat music. Which, strangely, too, isn't on there. There you go. What'd you get on the dex?
14.
Sufficient? So it shoots this bolt at you, and it slams into the ground at your feet and bursts. You kind of jump back away from it. The flames only kind of catching you only slightly. You take 12 points of fire damage. Alright. Tommel, you are up, and I'm going to move the token. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of other shit at the same time, but it only moved to about there. Alright.
18 to hit on chill touch.
Hits.
9 necrotic damage.
Looks like it works fine. Its attention just kind of shifts slightly to the pillar and then back to Zara.
I'm gonna back up a little bit, heroically,
Alright.
to the other pillar.
Quiera.
Can I cast a spell through this window?
You can try.
Okay, I would try to cast a shatter.
Okay. So you watch as the shatter effect appears on the opposite side. But when you do so, you can actually see your reflection and the reflection of your allies on this side. Go ahead and throw the spell.
Oh. Get this.
Okay.
Exactly
I need-
what John was hoping for.
Everyone on the opposite side, that would be
Oh.
Gil, Cindrix, Quiera,
Oh.
and Scarin to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, jeez.
Take 14 damage if you fail,
Yeah.
or half as much if you pass.
Oh.
DC's 15. It fails its check and will take the damage in full.
Oh.
Oh, it still hits the thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice, I guess.
Sara, as you kind of dodge the flame, you hear Quiera's voice, but it sounds like it's being shunted through like crystals. There's like this strange crystalline like voice. It's like auto-tune, but like very strangely glassy. And it sounds like Quiera, and then you watch as a spell you know Quiera is capable of casting detonates against the red ruin. Okay, Quiera, anything else?
That's my turn.
Alright. Cindrix,
Can I see if like the door is like breakable by any means?
you can try and assail the door if you'd like. How would you like to?
Seeing how the spell Hero did hit all of us, I think he's just gonna hit it with the short sword.
Okay, you pull out the short sword. The short sword is magical, correct?
Yeah,
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
+1.
AC is 5 for the immobile thing. And you have advantage, so that hits. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay.
4.
Watch the blade kind of just scrape off the side of it. Seems like there's a textural hardness to the crystal that your strength and effort did not pierce.
Well, shoot. Okay, well, it's gonna
Get back
back
a bit.
up there. Yeah.
All right, Sara.
Just in case.
Okay. I want to rage and reckless attack.
Okay, that will miss.
Okay.
And you're attacking from distance, right? You have a second attack as well. You're 5th level.
Right, because I can't attack from 10 feet.
Yeah, you can. Glaive has reach.
Because I don't know if that would get that.
Can you polearm master with reach?
Yeah.
You have a second attack though. You're 5th level, right?
Oh yes. Sorry, I
The
had a
polearm
moment.
master will hit. But yeah, you can intercede your glaive attacks with the polearm master. You can take a bonus action in the middle of the action. It's fine. All right. Takes the damage, and then your second attack. Okay. So this is the glaive, the magical glaive, or just the regular glaive?
I thought
It was-
reckless. It was reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
just like-
I'm just asking for the damage. I'm not asking for the. I know it's hitting.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me the damage. But I just want to make sure. Is this the magical glaive that you found on the trial ground, or is this a different glaive?
That magical glaive, I thought it was broken.
No, it's fine. It's not completely broken.
Okay, no, then it's the magical blade because I thought it was. I was.
So
That's
then
what I meant.
you'll add +1 to the damage for
Okay.
that. And then you should be able to go into Compendium, find a +1 glaive, and pull it into your character sheet. It's in the fine condition. It just means it's closer to broken than a standard weapon.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
change that.
No
I'll
worries.
change it.
And then, miss, hit. I need the damage for the glaive shot. Alright. So you kind of spin, kind of the first reach, you're kind of like, just getting used to this glaive so it doesn't go as far as you'd hoped. You kind of spin it around, catch the metal head, swing the shaft out, catch it in the face with like a solid clunk, and then as you kind of spin around and sweep, you like let go of the haft of the weapon until it comes to like the reach of it, grab it, and then swing through it. You watch it cleave through the armor quite a bit, and you actually see a bit of strange kind of reddish light emanating from inside of it, almost as if there was like a fire inside of the armor that was burning. Sarah, any movement for you?
Yes, I think I want to hide behind this pillar.
Okay. Go ahead and take your move, and then while you're doing that, Scarin, you're up. Again, you can see through the crystal. It looks like Syndrix's attempt wasn't a bad one. It just Syndrix is not good with the implement. Like, it does look like it is potentially breakable. Like, you did see like small little flecks kind of burst off when it hit. You also saw the strange magical effect of casting through it. It seems to mirror the spell and detonate it on people who are close to the door.
Okay. How big is the doorway? It's 5 feet.
5 feet.
Okay. And if you cast something through it, does it cast back to
Okay.
you directly?
I'm not going to
From
tell
what
you
I
the exact
saw?
properties other than what you
Okay.
saw.
Okay. That's fine.
Unless you want to spend your action trying to identify it.
I would do that.
Okay. So go ahead and just make a Arcana check. Okay. So what happens is the spell functions normally, but it seems that whoever casts the spell is now the target for the spell that they cast, a duplicate of the spell. So it affects the person on the opposite side, but it also targets the person who casts it. If it's an area effect spell, like Shatter, it centers that area of effect on the caster.
Okay. For my bonus action, I guess I'll cast Shillelagh.
Okay. Whoom.
That's it.
Glowy
Yeah.
stick. Guilt. And you probably relay that information, right? The crystal
Yes,
can be
100%.
broke. And also, if you cast a spell, it's going to... Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. He would bonus action Shillelagh and then just wail on this thing with his quarterstaff.
Go ahead. Okay. So the AC is 5 and you have advantage. So 20 hits. Go ahead and give me damage. Okay. Similarly to the attack struck out by Syndrix, it looks like it's not super efficient in this strike. Second attack.
Oh yeah.
That'll hit. Go ahead and re-damage. Double check your damage rolls here. No, that's rolling dice. Okay. Just really bad rolls. So it doesn't look like either of you have made any efforts into like cracking the glass. It's mostly just kind of like hitting the glass and kind of hitting across the side of it, and not really leaving much more than kind of like a small patch of white where it was struck. All right, guild done. It goes to
I have a quick question.
the wise guild going on. That's weird. Oh,
Because
because
you put him in as one, and then I came back and saw that everyone rolled initiative, so I
Yeah.
rolled initiative.
So
About
you're-
18.
you're still gonna be on 1.
That's fine.
Sorry.
Before we loop over, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Did my shatter hurt the door?
No.
Okay.
All right. Looping then. The ruin will move. kind of catching towards the side of the pillar. It will come around the pillar and attack with the Ember Lance. You said you attacked recklessly, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll have advantage on its attack rolls. When it comes about, it will attack 3 times with the lance. It does so at reach. I will grant you cover because of the pillar, so you have +2 to your armor class. Okay. So you have a 17. So the first one will miss, but only due to the cover. The second one will hit, and the third one will miss.
Second one has a reaction.
It was the lower side anyway, so yeah, it's 1824. But you can then...
Wait, silvery barbs as a reaction.
No, I understand. I'm telling you, it doesn't... Oh, it's a reroll, it's a reroll, it's a reroll. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not advantage, disadvantage.
Nope,
Got
it's a reroll.
Okay, cool. So 19 will still hit.
Okay, that's
then
fair. Because you could also get a crit on the reroll too. Don't forget.
Right.
It could be bad.
Bad. Do you... You can't really grant the benefit to anybody besides yourself. Yeah.
What's that?
A creature you can see within 60
Yeah, because you
feet.
can't see Sarah, can you?
It's only if they fail, or only if they succeed on a roll.
The second effect. You then choose
yeah.
a different creature you can see.
Oh yeah, yep. No, I can't see her. Yeah.
So it's just yourself.
I got no line of sight.
Okay.
Yep.
So
it's me.
the one hit will go. You will take, after having with rage, you will take 4 piercing, but you'll take the full brunt of the fire from it, which is 7. And then I need you to make a strength saving throw. You have advantage because you're raging. Yep. You feel that the force of the blows, like as they're coming, the first one kind of like slams against the pillar, and the facade, like the kind of sheer white stone that's on the exterior of the pillar, blasts off of it very just like epically. When the second shot comes in, the barbs kind of fly upwards and kind of cause it to shift, but then revert back into you. And when it hits, you can feel its force kind of pushing you back. It's got a lot of power behind the strike. And then the third attack is just errantly flying off into the air. It is done. It will go to Tommel.
Action. 19 to hit.
Or oh, sorry, you couldn't. Yeah, you have advantage. Cool.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
12 necrotic.
All right. And no healing. Cool. Clear.
Tommel's gonna move over to here.
You do notice that its attention kind of jaunts to you for a second, but it then snaps back to Sara. Are those... Oh, you're attacking the wall. Okay, so the first one will hit, the second one will hit. Go ahead and give me damage for both. Okay. So, kind of shifting into Gil's spot for a second, just with the magical gauntlets, the magical strikes cause cracks to appear on the crystal. These are not massive cracks, mind you, but they are a lot better than the small little splatters of just like hit that have been done to it so far. As an artificer, you're pretty cognizant of like structural integrities. I'd like for you to go ahead and make an investigation check for free. Okay. Your presumption is that it's a hardness of 5, so what that means mechanically is that you need to roll over 5 damage to do any damage to it, and your presumption is that the whole of the thing has about 30 hit points. You've done about 8. Make sense? If you're talking, I can't hear you, Joe. I'm sorry.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. So, Cleara done. Cindrix, you're up.
Would I know that a red ruin is like a dragon type creature or no?
Yes.
Was it a conch?
That's what that
Okay.
check was. So it's technically humanoid, and then in parentheses, draconic.
So would the Dragon Slayer short sword would be really effective against it, right?
It could be, yeah.
Possibly.
It is more dragon than
It's-
a dragonborn.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, gotta say, whoever has the short sword, bring it out. It's probably be effective. Then it's gonna whack the door again.
Okay.
Who did we give that to?
Oh, and also make an intelligence check. Freebie on this
Okay.
one.
Just
Drix
straight
is attuned to
intelligence.
it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what Scarin said is very important when he identified the way the door works. Any spell that's cast through it, no matter the target, will be reflected on the caster. Any spell.
Oh, so I could. Healing word.
If you wanted to, you could. So you pop out the door. Go ahead and make your attack.
Yeah.
And then if you want to, as a bonus action, throw a heal at Sara. That missed. Oh, that
Yep.
hits. That hits. It still hits.
Oh, no. Oh yeah. It's,
Got a
DC.
5
I'm
AC.
I'm not used to that hitting.
Damage.
Okay.
Do not
Darn
get
it.
through the. And then if you want to, bonus action healing word,
Yep.
Sara.
Yep.
You
I
will
shall
also
do that.
gain the same benefit.
Woo.
So you both get
Oh.
13 or 9 hit points back.
9.
Who had this sword? I didn't write
And
that
so,
down.
Again, for you, Sara.
I.
Yeah, he's got it. He's still in stabbing. Or
Oh, that's right. That's awkward.
Who has the dragon?
Who has the dragon slayer? Or
Isn't it
dragon
Yeah.
in
slayer?
the
I
bag?
thought Cindrix had it.
I thought Sindri
That was-
had it.
Oh no, we put it in the
Fair
bag.
I thought he had it and he's attuned to it.
These are tuned
No.
to wand.
Yeah, I'm tuned to the wand, not the
Oh,
dragon
oh,
slayer short
never mind.
sword. He didn't like the dragon slayer
So-
short sword, but
Sara,
It
you
smelled
hear
bad.
Cindrix's voice, the prayer that you've heard probably dozens of times before in your travels together, and you feel the healing efforts kind of swarm over you. But yeah, Sara's up.
I don't think anyone wanted this sword.
Hummel doesn't have the sword, does he?
Hummel does
I think
not
he
have the
does.
sword.
I thought he put it in the bag because I don't think anyone
Hummel doesn't
actually
have the bag
put
of holding.
claimed it.
Quiara has the bag of holding.
If it's,
So if it's
I have
anywhere,
a
it's in the bag of holding, and Quiara.
That's where
Alright.
that's where I'm gonna rule it is currently.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure that's where we put it, is in the bag of
Yeah,
holding.
because
but
I don't think
Hummel
anyone
doesn't have
actually
the bag.
claimed it.
Just checking. Okay, I'm attack recklessly.
That'll hit.
And roll
Nice.
20 is being stupid. It won't let me add that glaive +1. I have to close it all out and stuff. So I'll have
No
to
worries.
do it
I
later.
can do the math now.
Okay.
Okay, second attack.
Can you add one?
Well, like,
Good
I
job.
don't know, maybe.
So it's heavy
Can't be
lifting
bothered.
right there, bud.
Can't be bothered at all.
math is hard.
16 actually misses.
oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So what you're identifying, being kind of a competent fighter, the armor that it seems to kind of be covered in is kind of effectively acting like plate armor. So as you're striking through it, you're kind of hitting, at points that you think are the weakest, and they're proving to be so. That last attack, it seems to kind of rotated itself and moved its lance to kind of knock your weapon away. All right, Scarin, or sorry, any movement, Sara.
Heck yeah, I'm trying to move away.
Okay. Another thing, being kind of a competent fighter, you notice its speed is not super massive. It's moving about 30 feet, so it's not as fast as you. And Scarin, you're on deck while she moves.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. If I pull out a wild shape that I've already done, can I do it myself, or do I need you to do it?
Well, yeah, you can.
So I was
pull
gonna
it
do
off.
brown bear.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll put myself.
Well, again, yeah, you can't share spaces for very long, but yeah,
Yep.
you kind of pop there, and then you kind of move into Gil's space, smack at the door, and then back out.
Right, exactly.
Give me bear attacks.
As soon as I.
And if you fumble with the bite, I'm gonna have you take damage because that just seems right to me.
just lose a tooth.
Okay,
Doesn't look like it
that works.
for both.
Yeah, it's 5 to AC. And you have advantage. So as you kind of smack into it, what you're realizing is that it seems to have a natural resistance to non-magical strikes, more so than it does with just regular magic attacks. But even still, that extra reduction doesn't stop you from damaging it a bit, just not as much as you'd hoped.
Right. Okay. That's it.
So
I'll sit over here to the left or the right.
And 6, so 9. Okay. Scarin done. Gil up.
He is literally just gonna keep, like, angry bashing this fucking door.
Okay, hit. Okay. Hit. So 5 and 2, so 7. Looking pretty good. It's actually kind of well cracked at this point. It definitely looks like maybe 1 or 2 more strikes might be able to do it, as long as Cindrix isn't the one throwing them.
Dang.
Got him.
I've been just rolling once, man. Other than.
So you can also hear Gil just like unintelligibly screaming at this
Oh my God.
door, and everyone on Gil's side of the door, it smells very, very strongly of licorice.
So fiercely angry.
Yeah.
Maybe a barrel more.
The ruin moves forward, and with the lance just kind of approaches Tommel, just towering over him, and then just kind of pokes down into him. Attack. First one hits, second one misses everybody.
As a
Money to
reaction. As a reaction.
Yeah.
Boop.
This is in response to a wisdom saving throw. Okay. I got a 16.
Okay, so you still hit me
Yeah.
on the first hit, but
The
then I can
then you
teleport 20.
Yep. So the damage is going to be a pretty good roll. It'll be 6 piercing and 10 fire. Yeah, I got the max on the fire damage. And then you need to make a strength saving throw. So this is interesting. Actually, don't roll it. Not necessary. It knocks you down, but because of the teleport, you revert up to upright. You are standing.
Okay.
It's the force of the blow is what kind of knocks you down. But after the second attack, it turns its hand open towards Sara.
The Inkling mascot stays as an ally next to it after that. So there's now a new target on the field right
Okay.
next to the
That
creature,
might-
just a heads up.
That might actually change my mind here. And let me pull that. And
Because this is the first time I've cast this spell.
yeah, it's the first time anybody's cast it. I love it. It's a fun spell.
Isn't it really cool? It's a really cool spell.
Yeah.
It's a really fucking
For those
cool
watching
spell.
at home, it's in
So,
Gathering Magic, Mystic Archives. Check it out. And you are Zach.
yeah. So basically, you can, like, as a reaction, teleport 20 feet and create a, like, tiny Inkling mascot of yourself that stays on the field as an ally.
So you should
And-
have
It
him
was an
on-
even smaller bunny.
Yeah, it's basically a little
Oh,
tiny inky
cool.
bunny.
Oh,
That's
Right?
awesome.
Such a cool
that's
spell.
great.
Oh
You
my
have him on
god,
the
if he
board.
tries to smash this.
I think his second attack, or his third attack rather, instead of doing what I was going to do to Sara, I'm going to go ahead and actually just stab it.
Yeah.
So
That makes the
stinking
most sense.
cute.
And it has a 13 armor class, so I hit. And,
Am I gonna think that Tomo was just murdered in front of me?
Um,
No.
you will watch
Yeah.
as he jaunts, like kind of like fades away, and then like in his place there's a kind of shadowy, kind of inky kind of form of him. So if you think that's him, that's up to you. But I will say that I just obliterated that thing. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's
But-
what it did its job. That's
I'm gonna move that token into our
the
that's
spells.
What level spell
templates.
is that? 2?
2.
Okay. Spell templates. Second level Inkling mascots. Sword A to Z. All right, cool. But yeah, obliterated. I'll get rid of it, and then it'll go to Tommel.
Cool.
Very cool.
Let's loop. Touch it again.
That'll miss.
Yep.
All right, and then movement.
I'm gonna
Run out of space on the back wall.
go to here.
And say, "Sorry, no, I'm cool." As you're throwing a chill touch, you get it? Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. All right, you are
That
up.
one has layers. That one's
Negative
for the audience.
inspiration.
Yeah. I can't
Yeah.
have it.
19 and 20 will hit against the door.
Absolutely. 2 and I'm bad at
7?
math. 7, yeah. Good at math when I have other people do it
9?
for me. Okay, so I need everybody within 10 feet of the door to go ahead and make a
Oh my fuck.
dexterity.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Taking 20.
I was bracing for it.
One bear one coming right up.
Okay, only Cindrix will take. Cindrix, you moved away from the door, didn't you? Oh, you're in
Oh
Yeah.
I
there. You're in there.
Would-
only
would
the
this
other
be
one
a-
moved away.
yeah.
Would this be a dex save?
Yeah,
From the
from the
bear?
bear.
Uh,
Okay, so the bear and Cindrix will take 20 points of piercing damage. The other two will take 10
Fuck.
as the crystal wall explodes. What this does on the opposite side, Tommel and Sarah, loud explosion sound from the door you entered in, and you see a bunch of just shards of crystal and glass kind of like fly out and kind of hit the ground. And I presume Quira's fist kind of like smashed through it. All right.
Okay.
You can move
Very
now.
anime.
So,
Yes.
that will eat up my false life, and then I will come bounding into the space.
Okay. Cindrix, you are up.
Alright. It's gonna 40, 30, and he's gonna. Well, I assume it's probably immune to fire, considering all the fire things it did. So he's just gonna Holy Lance it.
Okay, that'll hit.
Sweet. Oh,
Next
God,
person
that's
who
the
attacks it has +2 to their attack roll.
That's the third one.
Sarah, it looks like your friends were able to get through the door somehow. That was a magic trick you're not familiar with. Turn door into glass and then break it.
Just brute force.
Yeah. But you can move and attack if you'd like. Give me.
Okay. Is this 10 feet away? It's kind of
Yeah.
hard for me.
It's
Okay.
one space in between is the best way to kind of measure it. And yeah, I know the light's kind of making the grid weird. I can
Yeah.
make it look a little better. Hold on. But go ahead with your attacks and such.
I'm gonna attack recklessly.
That better?
Yes.
Get a +2 too.
Alright, so recklessly 19 will work. And that'll satisfy the +2. And then second attack will hit as well. We're looking at 11. We're looking at 11. And then polearm?
Yeah.
That'll work. And we're looking at 11. Alright. You beat the ever-loving snot out of it. As you're hitting it, you can actually see kind of the first strike cut a hole. So you go for that a second time and kind of wedge it open. More flame kind of emits out of it, but now embers are actually shooting out the side of it and kind of falling onto the ground, scattering. It's kind of like this very strange sensation of like burnt material, but the material is kind of like a liquid, but it's also on fire. But yeah, that's
Like
it.
that jelly petroleum stuff.
It's
that
not
you
that
use
devious. I'm not gonna have it have like alien acid blood or melt you when you murder.
No, like the little jars that you can use under like buffet.
Sure. I
trays
get you.
and-
That is kind of close actually. I thought you were talking like napalm,
No.
which would be rad
Please
if this thing had
no.
napalm blood. Maybe for
Just
the next.
explodes.
Maybe the
that's
next
kind
one.
of what I was thinking.
I was hoping. Now that I've thought about it, but I didn't think about it when I was writing it. Scarrett.
Next dungeon.
I
Yeah,
am
for
gonna
sure.
move though.
Oh, go ahead.
So I, oh, sorry.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. Or you have 40. You still can do 10 more, I think.
Okay, then I'm gonna move right here.
Cool. Brush back behind the pillar.
Yeah.
Scarin, you move in.
I take. Can the bear fit?
Squeezing will cost you
He's-
3 spaces of movement to move through it because of the size of the
Okay, that's
sword.
fine.
So it has a speed of what, 40?
Yeah.
5,
So I'd be there.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
So can I do this since I can't see with the bear? There we go.
Can you see now?
No, I moved Scarin in the top left.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, just put him in the room.
Yep.
Fine.
Make it easier on you.
Okay, Scarin done. Gil, you're up, and doors open.
Alright, I'm gonna swap out for my trident.
Mm-hmm.
And then.
What's the duration of Expeditious Retreat?
I think it's 1 minute, but let me double
If
check.
it's 1 minute, then it's gone. If it's 10 minutes, it's probably
10 minutes. 10
it's
minutes.
still
Up
on
to
then.
10 minutes.
If
Concentration.
you haven't dropped it, Gil, it's still active.
No. Alright, so then I can get to him easily, right?
Yeah.
Bonus action dash.
Bonus action dash. You move 60 and
Yeah. So that will give me there.
Yeah.
And then I still have Shillelagh?
Mm-hmm.
But you said you were drawing the trident.
Yeah. So I would
Oh,
have
wait,
to
is
get
Shillelagh
the-
concentration?
That's what I was just gonna look up. That's a very good question. I don't know offhand. No. One bonus action. Does not say concentration on Shillelagh.
Yeah, just duration. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So you're holding
Okay.
a trident in one hand. You're holding a Shillelagh in the other hand, and you're kind of rushing forward super fast with Expeditious.
Yeah. Like just
Okay.
super angry, like his face is cut up, he's got like a piece of glass sticking out of him. Like he's busted, but he's mad.
So you can attack with either weapon, or you can attack with
I'm
with
gonna
each.
Go with. Let's do one of each, because he's just crazy right now.
Because you have extra attack, not because of a bonus.
Yeah.
That will miss.
Okay,
And then
and
the trident.
then.
That will miss as well. So as you rush forward, it kind of sees you coming, drops down, and kind of catches your attack on the pauldron. It's using the hand that doesn't have, or it does have the Ember Lance, and it's just kind of holding you back with its massive plate. Okay. Gil done. It'll go to it.
And now I die.
I am going to attack you twice.
We got healing words. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay, both of those will hit. Okay, so the first one's really good. The second one, not so great. I need you to make a strength saving throw twice.
Can I use?
You're fine on both.
I'm fine on both. Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a total of. I don't know how much hit points. Oh, I can see it right there. Oh, yeah. So it's going to be 12 piercing and 5 fire. And then it's going to be 6 piercing and 5 fire. So I think I knocked you out. Right?
Probably. And then 6 and 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
no.
definitely.
As Gil gets lanced by the lance, the first one kind of knocks him down, and the second one strikes him, like causing blood to kind of shoot out from him all over the floor. The blood that's closer to him appears to have been burnt enough that it kind of caramelizes on the ground, and then it kind of draws its lance up, raises its hand, and just having seen Sara run behind the pillar, it will use its dragon breath hand to shoot its detonation back behind the wall. I need you to make a dex saving throw, Sara. You have advantage because, yeah.
I'm literally just picturing him like
Success.
running both
So-
hands, and this guy just like.
You hear the strange mechanism or whatever it was, like fleshy kind of hand thing as it shot that first firebolt or explosion, and you get ready to dodge. It hits right behind you. You move out of the way. You only take 11 points of fire damage. And then it will move like so. Done. Tommel, you're up.
That's 10 feet of movement, which gets me in range, so I can do that again. 14 to miss.
Yeah, to be completely honest, it thinks you're dead. Like,
Yeah.
so like it's not even concerned about you. So you're shooting at its back. It's like, psh, psh,
Yep. Cool. Cool. And then I'm just gonna step back here and then my turn. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. Tommel done. Queera, you're up.
Just stick with the classics.
Okay, first one will miss, second one will hit. Okay.
Okay, and now it has disadvantage against anyone but me.
Yeah, for flavor, you kind of swing at it in the pelvis region. The first one, it kind of hits, but it doesn't really do anything. Then you kind of swing the left hand down and kind of strike it against the knee. Kind of causes it to become off balance, kind of shifts down a little bit. So its next attack will be made off balance. Cool. Any movement for you or bonus actions?
That's it for me.
Cedric?
Alright. Let's see. Probably gonna move. Probably. Well, he's gonna use Battle-Wise Valor on Scarin since he's gonna do bear things. Then for his bonus action, he's gonna move out here. And bonus action, Healing Word on Gil. Yep.
Cool. Throw it, and while you're getting him back up, Sarah, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna
Bear on deck.
here and attack recklessly.
Hit.
First attack.
Okay, 10. Second attack hits. 13. Okay. And Polar. Go ahead and roll
Let's
it.
go!
Okay. So, narratively, how would you... I mean, if you want to describe how that goes, you can. If you want, I can go ahead and give it a go. It's up to you.
You go for it.
All right. First swing kind of catches it in the back, kind of pulls down and drags like a portion of the armor off. You see the interior is this hot, glowing mess. It turns its head towards you, and as it's kind of pulling away, Queera, you're able to see more into the back than Sarah was. It actually looks like there's a person, like a person-sized person, kind of floating in the fire jelly. The second attack is the glaive strike straight up, kind of catches it in the throat, and knocks the head off. But as it's kind of like falling backwards, you spin the polearm and shove it straight into the chest, knocking it backwards, breaking open the breastplate, and causing the whole thing to fall. When the plate armor kind of hits the ground, it's kind of this sizzling hot kind of metal clanging. The jelly kind of just splashes out onto the ground and seems to hold a flame but doesn't burn anybody. And laying on the ground in the middle of it all is this old, withered humanoid form that appears to be wearing kind of old, draconic adept robes. And he lays there shivering and kind of like on the ground after the whole thing's kind of blown open.
Gil is in a similar position, making similar noises.
Kind of like Dumbledore
No.
after, not Dumbledore, Voldemort in the
After he
Potter.
comes out of the pot.
Yeah.
He is, I would say, he's not like emaciated or like kind of like he's kind of like a when I say withered, I guess I mean like he's an old guy. He's like really old.
Okay.
He's not like supernaturally kind of
He's not
crisp-eyed.
desiccated.
Yeah, he's not desiccated.
Wait, is he dead?
He's kind of like weakly like on the ground.
Oh,
Sure.
well, this is unexpected. Well, we'll deal with you
Sure.
after we deal with Gil, I suppose.
No, he doesn't seem to respond in kind, but like yeah. he's
Hendrix, come help me stuff these intestines back in.
If
Again, Gil.
Sarah, you look him over.
What?
There's something about his facial features that are familiar to you, and you just don't know why. He just looks familiar. Oh, cool. You kind of just stare at him for a while, and he starts talking. Now, the thing about the Ordric language is it's changed a lot over the centuries. Like it's very ancient. So written is kind of the main way that you know understand it. You would understand that you're hearing it, but it may not be something you can translate on the fly verbally. Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's not quite Latin, but it's kind of like, you know, it. The way it's spoken now is different than the way it was spoken then. It seems that this individual has like a ancient fluid like tongue, and
It's the difference between 1500s English and today's English.
Exactly. It's old timey. He's definitely like, you know, there's thousand though these and all that in there.
Right. Go read the original Beowulf.
Right. No thanks.
No.
I refuse.
Um,
But
No.
it seems like he's kind of just saying something, and the only thing that you're kind of gathering from it is like this strange sense of pity, and you're not sure who he's addressing it to. You can't really make that out, but it seems like he's sorry for someone, and
Do you share that you can't understand it, Sarah?
I would just say I don't know what he's not making sense.
before you start to kind of, you know, genuflect towards spellcasting, he just dies. Like,
Okay.
it looks like his last words were, for some reason, he was addressing pity on someone. It almost sounded like someone here, but you're not sure who he was directing it. It did look like he was talking to you specifically, Sarah, but again, you're not sure if it was directed to you or maybe the bunny. Could have been any. could have
Clearly,
been
he
anyone.
was sorry for me for
Okay.
removing my intestines.
Yeah, that's it. You bravely rushed. Yeah. I love how the barbarian was like playing it like perfectly safe, keeping like
Oh, yeah.
distance, and I was like, "This is some good tactics." Oh damn, this kid is smart. and then, Mac was like,
And then
"Well, good
There's
me.
job."
Gil. that is Gil.
We've come to expect this from the himbo. Yeah, his body remains there. Again, he's wearing robes of a dragon adept, like ancient robes of a dragon adept. And for you, Cindrix, they look familiar.
But I
Yep.
It's like your great grandpa.
There's a very particular symbol on them that you recognize immediately. I don't think I need to mention it out loud. I think you get what I'm saying.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
You know, I'm sorry,
That's-
Tom. I would say that I'm sorry that he was saying that he's sorry and that he was saying that he's just pity,
Strange.
but not who or what. Just pity and sorry.
Kuyura would like to, and now that, you know, we've stopped Gil from bleeding out, would like to kind of investigate the corpse.
Can he burn the body before she does that?
So
Excuse me?
he definitely seems to be like texturally resistant to flame, having just been inside of fire. So you kind of like, I just want to get rid of the evidence mentality there. That's what it sounded like. But
Hendrix.
you know that it's probably not going to merit anything. Queer is kind of looking at it interestedly. Do you want to do anything else, like grab something off of it, perhaps? Like the robe looks like it could easily be pulled off of the body quickly.
He's gonna try to do that without anybody noticing.
Queer.
If
Everybody notices.
No, roll
Kuyura
it.
is
You
gonna
want-
notice that shit.
You watch as Cindrix very quickly kind of grabs the robe, tears it off of the body, just tossing him aside. It feels like the last breath of him kind of fell away in this kind of manhandling, and it like he was definitely dead. He was dead, but like for sure dead after that. The second that happens, the other doors drop open. But yeah, you pull the robe off and you have it, and you kind of move it away from everybody. Kind of just.
Did you leave him
Yeah.
in like his little underwear?
He's
Where's
complete,
little whitey tiny?
he's complete,
There's no underwear.
He's completely
Does-
naked.
oh,
Cindrix, what are you doing? You can't just
Gil's like,
leave
whoa,
that
man.
corpse there like this. This is
Well,
Very unusual. Aren't you supposed to be some
I mean, if
kind
you
of
wanted the
cleric?
robe, you could have just
Well-
said something. Like, is it
Apology.
even worth anything?
well, see, I'm trying to cremate his body. It's just proper burial rites. Just in case he might raise from the dead. We don't know.
Body.
So I definitely feel like at
This
this
is like-
point,
Sounds like a lie.
This is
There-
like a
there's,
lie.
there's definitely like obvious mistrust. I don't do player roll versus player roll unless you're beating the shit out of each other. But again, I just want to confirm, Johnny, it definitely does sound like you're pushing Cindrix to kind of try and use the cremation like in respectful, kind of burial, not bringing him back from the dead, as kind of this deflection. And again, Jijo, it's up to you whether or not you trust Cindrix or not. This is definitely the first time you've seen.
Right, we've had to kill many people to get to where we are now. Is the robe what keeps him from burn? I think more than being suspicious of Cindrix,
The
I
robe.
think Quiora is just like
Give me that robe.
What's this?
Cursed
Happening
robe.
surprise.
Cursed robe. Give me the cursed robe.
Is the
Damn it.
robe,
The curse.
is the robe like what keeps him from being cremated? Is that what you're saying?
In a way, yes. In a way.
Is there gold in the robe? Is like Gil's literally just laying on the ground right now. He's just like,
Um,
wait,
Let me see if I have an example.
Does detect magic show anything on the robe?
Yeah.
how does it do this shiny thing?
Let's see. It would look like this, but the yellow would be replaced with red. And also, it's not that guy. I promise it's not that guy.
This time.
Oh, no. That guy has a gold coin inside of Ashmodeo's hoard. He is gone. That's Calareth. He was the villain for a long portion of the saga of Three Kings.
So I'm assuming that Cindrix has the robe like balled up, scrunched up, so that
Yeah.
we can't.
You like
Yeah.
pocket it.
Well, again,
So-
it's not really ball upable, but kind of gathered away and pulled aside.
Wait.
Okay.
This is so awkward.
The best way
Is
to-
there
I
is
did
there
kind of make this awkward.
is there
then-
something about it that is like historically relevant or
You can-
religiously relevant?
religiously relevant if you want to make a religion check. If you have it trained, only. But the robe doesn't sit cloth-wise, Cindrix. The mantle is kind of a bit more sturdy, and then the cloth kind of hangs from it. 20 will tell you that the symbol on the chest plate is the symbol of Ashmedea, the red dragon matriarch, also more commonly regarded as important due to the fact that her heart was lanced out by the hero Saint Averio, and she replaced it with a demon. The demon she replaced it with happened to be the one sitting on the throne of the gate of the Hell of Greed, and she then became known as the Queen of Greed. She is the demon prince of greed.
John, I don't know if this is relevant in any way, but that's my like tiefling background. I mean, I guess there's not really any way that I would know that much about that in character. Right.
Yeah. If you don't think you would,
I don't know. I
Okay.
mean, unless
No,
there's some like visceral reaction to it.
I would say then, even though you rolled really good with the religion, I'm very.
I
very-
rolled the
That's
religion.
Tommel.
Tommel
That's
rolled the
Tommel.
religion. Tommel rolled the religion.
Sorry, no. Then yeah,
Tommel knows that.
Tommel knows that.
Mhm.
Quiora, you haven't rolled a religion check. You don't have religion. check?
don't
Kriera
have
is
it
not
trained.
trained in religion.
You don't know shit.
Okay,
And
okay.
Tommel knows all the things. I
Tommel
just said.
knows all of that stuff.
So Cindrix, you're pretty insightful. You have a decently high wisdom. So what you would notice is, and you travel with Quiera enough to know that she's not so much interested in you're not caught out or anything. What you realize is she's just interested in the item for its magical properties because she is who she is.
Let me see.
Do
Gil
you
is just
Do you let her see or
starfish.
no?
He's probably Yeah, just kind of hesitant. Like he like
Hesitantly,
brings
just
it out. And he's like,
Fine.
So, Tomo, what do you think about this?
I need some time. Sits down, starts prepping. Identify.
But does this mean anything to you? She'll kind of like, I mean, it's like some
Oh,
kind
sure.
of-
It's magical.
no, the symbol, Tomo.
Oh, yeah. And he shares the story of
God.
Ashmedea.
Whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, everybody hears it.
As
It's all on the
as
table.
he's like prepping the ritual, he'll like do
Okay.
both things at the
So
same
essentially, like it's a demonic artifact.
So
time.
could be.
Or it's just powerful.
because
Well, I mean,
or
related to demonic worship.
Tomo, you have history trained. You would know that if this guy got encased in this red ruin when this place was built, it was definitely well before Ashmedea became a demon. It was
Okay.
either before or during the War of Sword and Serpent.
Hmm.
Damn, he old.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean
Yeah,
that's,
this
so
place
it's not
is
like
very
evil,
old.
that
really.
lotion that he had inside the armor does wonders. I mean, he's thousands of years old, but I mean, he only looks that bad.
Ew.
yeah, I mean,
Right.
yeah, he doesn't look that bad for someone who's been encased
Goop.
in that one.
Petroleum
armor.
jelly.
Yeah.
Okay, you cast Identify on it.
Yes.
Okay, so it appears to be a mantle of spell resistance. However, Identify does not give all properties, but it does denote that there is something else. Now, what that something else is either a blessing or a curse. As we've discussed before, I think the blessing that it has or the curse that it has, whatever it is not identified until you're able to legend lore the item. So whether or not you want to attune to this mantle of spell resistance or not is up to you. Spell resistance or mantle says you have advantage on saving throws against spells while you're wearing the cloak.
This seems like a dangerous item. Tomo, either you or I should probably keep it safely.
I could keep it too.
Cindrix, what's gotten into you?
Well, it does have more
That's
historical significance to his people than ours.
Right,
He's a
it's
dragon
not the
priest.
historical
Yes.
significance that concerns me, but rather its danger.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. You don't anything with that symbol you shouldn't be around. Brings back bad memories, but it's my burden to bear.
He doesn't ask for much. Let him keep it.
Alright, Cindrix, here you go. But if you go getting possessed by this item or whatever, don't come crying to me.
Are you attuning to it, or are you just tossing it into your own bag?
He's just tossing it in his bag.
Looks like he wanted it more for protection, I guess. Cool. So, yeah, mantle spell resistance, possibly cursed. And you have the two stones on the northern side of the depths. Great. How would you like to proceed? Probably
Wait,
a short
does
rest.
Cindrix try to incinerate the bod?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He's like,
It
oh yeah,
seems
we
very-
had to incinerate the bod. And then it's like, now that he has a robe, he's forgotten about incinerating the bod.
Do you incinerate the bod?
no, he tries to incinerate the bod, but
Yeah,
as
so-
John said, they said it was really hard apparently
Yeah,
to do
it's,
so.
it's very difficult to burn him, but especially kind of in this area, it's definitely not something you feel is going to work very well. To be completely honest, like with firebolt, and the light, or even breath, it doesn't look like it's going to take. There's nothing to burn a body. You kind of need like a lingering flame, not just
Yeah.
darts of flame against a body. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, unfortunately, you'd have to drag it outside and then burn it on a pyre.
Or create bonfire.
I don't know if that would work.
No?
Again, it's just the heat. The heat level's not super high on it. It's only like a D8, right?
I don't know.
Or D6.
Yeah, D8.
Yeah,
It's a D8.
I don't think it would burn it. Not over a minute. Multiple castings, but I mean, like,
Yeah.
it would take so long. It'd be like It'd be
Would be
like
like slow
That's
roasting it.
no, I would,
Yeah.
the best way I could
Smoking
describe
it.
yeah, smoking it would be. I mean, well, no, there's not. I mean, you've got the fire a little bit more direct. It would be like pan searing, like a 3 pound sirloin steak on like the lowest setting your thing would go, or the second lowest. I mean, just a little above, the lowest. But yeah, you're not burning the guy. Do you folks want to take a short rest here? This does appear to be a safe location.
Tommel's on board with the short rest if we all want a short rest.
If everyone needs it,
I'm fine.
Scarin would be okay with it.
I'm on
Yeah, I'll
board.
be good
with
with
it.
it. Same.
Scarin just kind of sits. Does the bear sit?
Cool.
All right. So go ahead and throw your hit dice and get your short rest abilities back, like Channel Divinity and whatnot.
Hey, when's everybody
Wild
sleeping?
shape, short or long rest?
Sure.
We just woke up before this.
Yeah. Unless you're sitting around here for hours, like a whole day. Arcane
Do
recovery.
that too. Yeah.
All right. So obviously the question of what next. There was the loud noise that happened when the crystal door, or not when the crystal door shut, when the door.
When the trap levers were pulled.
Well, when
in
the
the-
lever in front of the trap on the left side, the west wing there was pulled, there was the weird sound to the south. And then there's the obvious, two paths, west and east, the consort and the queen. What would you like to do? Obviously, not everyone all at once.
I mean, it's been an action-packed, like, 40 minutes that we've been in here.
Yeah, you're doing great.
So we,
I mean, we have that one area left.
Again, this party
What's
so
your-
far as I've seen, is very direct, very focused, very goal-oriented. You're getting shit done. I love that. We love to see it.
well, we're the special excavations.
Yeah.
True.
We're the
Crew.
sexy.
We're
Very
the,
special. We are the sexies too.
we are the sexies.
I hate it.
Capital S, capital E, lowercase s, capital C.
You have to embrace it, Zach. You have to embrace it.
Embrace the memes.
No,
Yeah, no fighting it.
it's
Just
okay. It's
let
fine.
the sexy take you over.
I'm used to dying a little bit
Okay,
on the
do
inside
you
every
want
time
to
I
be
play
the sex
D&D.
crew?
What are you saying? You don't want to be a sexy bunny? Is that what you're saying to me?
Oh, God, Jonathan.
You did this. You all did this.
Good lord.
That was too far.
No.
That was too far.
Not far enough.
That's what I'm saying.
God.
That's what...
So, I mean, I'm down to force Sarah and Gil to do another
Do
gauntlet.
more traps. Do more traps.
Well, keep in mind, you
We
haven't
got
used
the
the
nice
arcane gate.
constructs, though.
You still have a
Yeah,
means
no,
of
we
kind of
have
just
it.
getting through one of them without
We've
problem.
saved.
yeah.
We've
Yep.
saved the arcane gates.
We
That's
do.
true. Yeah. So Tomo,
Hmm?
maybe we can gate folks across the.
If we can, sure.
The
Try.
axis. Hopefully we can keep Gil from being
Being
butchered
awesome again? Being
Right?
awesome
Like-
again?
Gil is always
Gil.
awesome.
So Gil didn't die to traps. Gil
No.
died to fighting.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Good
It's
at
the
traps.
good
Not
at
to
traps.
fighting.
That's true.
Sarah,
Yeah.
great at fighting. Pretty good at traps.
they're a good pair.
Yeah.
But I'm just like we're running out of spell slots.
Yeah.
For
You want to
healing.
waste a third level spell slot to get through.
No,
but-
for healing. Tommel's
Oh.
not healing anybody, so
Right. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I understand now.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to do something else? Like, is there any other things that you might want to try?
There's that other room, but
Yeah.
I think that's a battle room.
It very much.
Be more
will
to
be,
have.
I will definitely die in there.
But you always die, Gil. Come on.
Yeah, I'd
Wait,
rather
yeah.
have Gil alive to run through the axes. Let Gil die in the combat later.
Yeah.
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 To be honest, rolling
Right.
initiative is just a precursor to Gil getting knocked over.
Right.
I can see the future.
You're gonna burn all your healing spells in the combat. Let's.
Again,
Well, okay, we're here. Let's do it.
Portal.
Alright.
okay. So yeah, just I'll get a marker for Arcane Portal. I think you just grabbed that spell recently. Is that right?
Yeah, when we leveled up,
Yeah, that's why I haven't.
I didn't have
added it.
third levels. Yep.
I'll see if I can't find a marker for it, but go ahead and just draw on my map for the time being. And wherever Zach draws on the map, those will be the gate locations.
There's 2 circles.
Perfect. See, now I kind of want to do 2, like 1 blue, 1 orange.
Right.
But
Yeah.
But there's no like interplay. There's no exit, enter kind of deal. I mean, but at the same time, no, I'll just do regular ones. Okay, so you can move through, and you see that on the opposite side there is a small doorway here. Go ahead, snap 2. Snap 2. There's a door there. There's a lever there. Yeah, it looks like that's the case.
That's a who?
That's the case. That's what the situation is.
Ah.
Do you pull the lever?
Wrong. Pull the lever.
But do
John,
we
I
need to
think
pull them at
something
the
weird
same
happened
time?
with my lighting. I can kind of see everything.
Can you see here?
Yeah,
What's in there?
a token.
Get out of there. Refresh.
I know. I'm not in there.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
I don't know what happened.
How dare
Well,
you.
20 broke.
It always happens to, like, I would say, like, it happened to Andy like a bunch when we were doing the Friday game.
Yeah.
Like, it was always him. He's like, oh, I can see the whole map. And then Shijo apparently has been given the blessing. The blessing of Andy.
It's the honest ones who tell you that.
Yeah, thank goodness. Oh, shit. Are you saying it's happened with you this whole time? Fuck, Andy. What? You just blew my mind.
Okay,
you
so
pull
do
the
we?
lever. Do you? Do you pull it? Do you pull the lever?
Yeah,
You
I
said yeah?
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
The lever drops and then immediately snaps back up into position. The door to your side opens up, and the token that Shijo had mentioned steps out and adjacent to you. The individual looks like a very strange construct with a blade that appears to be 2 kind of curved wires that are kind of interlaced in a helix pattern to a very fine point. Like a very strange looking rapier. And when he steps out, looks like he's ready to fight. So we're going to go ahead and keep rolling.
Meanwhile,
initiative.
goes like, oh hey, oh.
Oh,
Hey, friend. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Why is no one nice around here?
I don't understand.
You know.
Oh,
The
darn
only
it, I
nice
forgot
lady
to-
was that one that tried to. Okay, never mind. Maybe she wasn't nice either.
All right.
The water lady.
Who am I missing? Just
Scarin.
Kieran.
scared. Oh, he's making pudding.
Yep.
I'm stuck. I'm stuck actually.
What do you mean?
Where?
What does that even mean?
Need more details.
Are you stuck in pudding? Are you in pudding?
Did you walk into a corner?
Oh,
What
Where
is
are you yelling
happening?
from?
There we go. Oh, I kept walking into walls. It was weird.
Dirt. Oh my god.
still a thing?
Go ahead and select your token and roll initiative, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could have been anywhere.
Okay, I will. One sec.
And you're the bear, so use its initiative.
Use its initiative?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Is the bear gonna fit through that
Its
portal?
sheet's all fucked. Sorry, its sheet's all fucked.
What was that, Gijo?
Oh,
Bear fit
is-
through 5-foot portal.
Yeah, my sheet's all messed up.
Um,
But I think I got a 13.
so it can, but it has to squeeze to do so. Okay.
One
bear
of the
squeezing
portal has
through
a bear
portals.
butt. The other one has the bear
It's
face.
like Pooh Bear through the butt. Or through the portal.
through the
His butt's
butt.
sticking out. Plugs it up.
Oh,
Oh fuck! I had the bear
That-
selected.
that's not what the image I wanted in my head.
Happy Pride, everybody.
Yeah! Bears in the butt.
All right, that's great.
My God.
And then we got descending. What time we got here? Okay, 20 minutes. I think you should finish this fight in no time. But yeah, he'll go first. Rushes forward with the rapier. As he's doing so, you watch him pull, and as he does so, the helix breaks apart, and he has two weapons now. One appears to be a smaller fine-wired weapon, and the other one the longer fine-wired weapon. He will stab at you with both of them a bunch.
And he's like, oh, that's so cool. Ow!
But for why?
Why would you do this to me?
Hit, miss, hit. So it will deal 12 piercing with the first attack and 8 piercing with the third attack. Alright, Gil, you're up.
Alright, well, that was mean. So he's gonna 2 hands up on the trident and come back at him.
Okay. Hit. Crit.
Hey, let's go!
Alright. Gil done. Bear up. Oh, by the way, the spike or the blade traps are still going. Oh no, sorry. The blade traps are no longer going. The switch was pulled.
Oh.
Okay.
They are
So
stopped in approximately those kind of positions, but you can move through them. Just count up.
Would the bear have to go through them, not the
You
portal?
can squeeze through the portal.
I will squeeze through the portal.
Alright. So it's 3 spaces of movement, and how much movement did it take you to get to it?
Where was I?
I don't know,
Shit.
you're supposed to know this.
I thought I was going through it, but I think I was like about here, so
Okay,
maybe
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
15.
So you're just going to be stuck right outside of it, next to the guy.
Yep.
So go ahead and place yourself here. And I'll move us over to there.
Yep. Oh, could I do an attack from there?
You got to be there. You can't stay
Ah,
in the
okay.
portal.
Oh, gotcha.
The portal space doesn't actually exist. It's over there.
Right. I can do an attack.
Yeah. Hit. Miss. Looks like it's resistant to non-magical attacks, as most contracts have proven to be. Okay, solid bear time. Tommel, you're up. And again, it's not just adjacent for movement purposes, it's also adjacent for sight purposes. Muted.
I'm just gonna put myself in the portal because I can't see token wise because of roll 20.
Got it.
I'm going to. No, I can't do that. Never mind. I can't do that. I'm just gonna cast this through the portal.
That'll hit.
Cool. 5 necrotic.
Cindrix, you're up next.
Okay. 15. He's gonna touch Sara's glaive And he's gonna do a Blessing Draconics and Sullen Bless Sorrow with your flames, and he's gonna cast let me find it. Blazing Blade.
Cool.
So it's if it's non-magical, it's magical, and you deal an extra 1d8 fire damage. So that's a bonus action. He's gonna use Battle Wise Valor on Sorrow. Boom.
Cool.
Oh, it's 1d6 fire for Blazing Blade.
Yeah, 1d6 fire. I mean, yeah.
No problem. Okay, and then Cindric's done.
Yeah.
Cool. Sara with Flaming Weapon.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the portal.
Go fight.
That'll cost me like 5, right? Yeah. 5.
Basically, treat the spaces as like adjacent. So the second you step into it, you're in both spaces. So it's not costing anything. It's
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
whoosh.
I want to attack recklessly.
We'd love to hear it. And you have +1 to your melee attack rolls, +1 to your AC, and +2 to
And
melee
+2.
damage rolls. Reckless means that you crit, so go ahead and roll
Let's go.
damage. We're adding +2 to this.
Oh, I'm
So-
sorry, I did not
Yeah.
rage, and
Yeah,
I
no,
had
it's
it
okay.
checked.
Well, you're adding +2 from the battle wise, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
19, 21 damage. Okay. Plus a d6.
But is it an extra since it's a crit?
Yeah, it'll be 2d6.
That'd be 2d6. Fire damage if that affects anything.
So you bring the glaive down, striking it in the head. It causes it to fall apart. All of its pieces kind of falling out to the side. The wires kind of go limp and are nothing more than just kind of metal wires, not blades. And the body just lays there in pieces. And I've got to fight a cat. I'll let you again. The blade traps are done. On this side.
On both sides?
On this
Okay.
side.
Heard.
You need to get down. You are a bad cat. I told you this. Don't you do it. Water bottle. I don't use it to squirt him anymore because he knows he's a smart boy. He understands. He doesn't like it. So I just hold it, and he's like, "Okay, I am doing a bad thing." And then I pet him.
Look what I have!
Do you remember this? Oh!
Are these doors open?
No.
Is there anything weird here?
There was a guy who rushed out and fought you with a strange, weird weapon. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the.
So that creature was mechanical?
Oh yeah, it was a construct.
No fun little glowing lights around here.
Nothing. You would presume that the door, probably on the south, leads to the other lever, and the door on the right, who knows? Your presumption is that this wall here is the back of the far distant wall, and when you look at that wall, you can see what looks like two small golden lines kind of running from the sides to the doors, and then those golden lines move from the doors to the far door. So basically there's like a small hole, like a very tiny kind of like just hole filled with gold, and there's two lines inside of the stone that kind of just creep out to the sides, go around the walls and touch the sides of the door, and then are on the other side of the door and connect with the final door. Make sense?
Yeah. Looks like we're going to need to deactivate the other
So make an Arcana check.
side. Let me make an Arcana check.
Okay, sufficient. So what your presumption is that this door was opened by the lever. It has broken the connection from this to this, but there's still a connection from this door to that. So you either have to break the connection here, or you need to break it on the other side of this wall. And it doesn't look like you can just physically like break the silver line. It's more of a magical thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we need to cross the other gauntlet.
Right. Or figure out something to do with that red light.
So, we either send Gil over again with the blessing of Saland, or we open more portals. Gil, this is for you.
Because we know you need it.
Aw, thank you.
Made it not fall down. I'm so proud of you.
Right?
Well, I did see
Yeah.
you get clobbered by that weird clockwork thing. Great job, Sarah, taking it down before it could do much more damage.
Gil winks at Sarah.
Very good at killing.
Thanks
Okay.
for the assist.
So, are we going to throw Gil through the gauntlet, or what?
That's up to Gil and
Can
or
you
Tom
shift
at this
click?
rate.
I had to
I-
reload. I don't even know where the hell I am.
I vote gauntlet this time because we don't have to worry about the construct on the other side of the wall. We know that there's not something opening there in the trap, supposedly. And that's my. I mean, unless you want me to use my last 3rd level spot, but I can.
No.
Again, I just want to make sure I explain the middle path one more time. It is a pit that runs all the length of the hall, and at the end of it, there's a small red light,
Like a button.
like a button, or maybe like like small I don't know, target
Button.
or something. Yeah, like that, like a button.
Can we shoot it?
I thought we tried that.
No.
I don't
No?
think we did.
Something that someone who
No, we
flies
were
can
just
go and
like, let's
touch.
not do it.
Someone tried to step out onto it and it tried to swallow them.
That's what we did. Okay.
Yeah.
Does
What
anyone
if I
have
try
a
and
ranged weapon?
Yeah, I've got a longbow.
Okay. You pull out your bow.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a range attack with the longbow if you're firing it. Do so with disadvantage.
Yeah. Do, 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 do.
Hey.
Very
20.
good roll. So yeah, the arrow, you know that it's going to drop off. You understand that. That's been explained
Yeah.
to Gil. So you kind of drop down low, set it up, fire the arrow so it arcs. But the second it hits, it kind of just starts pulling it down, causing it to kind of fly straight at this weird angle, and it hits the red light. The red light goes out. You hear the blades on the south side stop. You hear the doors on the east side open. It was
Wow,
literally
good shot,
that
Gil.
easy.
Oh,
Well, very
It
nice.
was that easy.
Yeah.
Cool.
that was amazing.
I was complaining to Elizabeth that you guys weren't shooting the obvious Zelda reference.
Listen.
Okay.
Like red light is
gosh,
distance away.
Oh.
I gotta shoot it. I gotta.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
I've
I
never
missed
played
that.
Zelda in my life.
No, that's
Don't.
fair.
I
You should-
tried to play once and
Don't come
was
for
just
me.
like, I'm so confused right now.
But if you
I
go
am.
to, what's that, Johnny?
Oh, I'm just frustrated at myself. I didn't notice that.
Okay,
Zelda.
Gil's gonna shimmy
Oh.
his way through these blades
Yep.
here.
And once you get to the other side, you find a marker that has. Let me double check here. Yeah, you find a marker, the keystone, that has the mark of Solera on it.
Can we get a marker check? How many do we have?
You currently
We
have
have
all the ones
one,
that I have
two,
in the image
3,
notifications.
4, 5, 6. We now have 7. We have Uru, Harkin, Drawer tool, ragdoll, hoagi,
That's 7 out of 9.
Kernabosk, and who is it again?
Solera.
Solera.
Solara. Solasta.
No, Solera.
So bad.
Just kidding.
How dare you? So that means that the two that you're missing are Fatis and Lux.
I give Solara to Quira because I already have 2 on me. And I keep dying. Kind of.
Bad luck charms.
Well,
store
no,
it
like if
back
I
over
fall into a pit, like
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
I don't want to take them all with me. And then I'll hand one to Tommel. Tommel can have the Hoagi one.
All right. So if you are doing what I presume you're going to be doing, you make your way over to the other side.
Yeah.
And we remember how this goes, right?
Yeah? Question mark?
Are you gonna drag us over here?
No, I snapped ping. I mean, I guess I will. Fine.
Yeah, because now I have to scroll all the way back there.
Don't do it. Stop it. Stop.
Who's doing it?
It's fucking John. Pudding king himself.
Move.
Oh,
My
wow,
character. I'm sorry.
I took the torchlight. Oh, sorry. The torches on the other side are free floating. They are not bolted in. I wanted to make sure I re-mentioned that.
So we can snatch one?
Do you wish to?
Hell yeah.
They are an ever-burning torch added to your character sheet.
Cool.
Anyone else want to
Yeah, I'm
take
gonna
it?
scratch one.
That's 2 ever-burning torches for the party. 1 on Sarah, 1 on Quira.
I'm good. I got them eyeballs.
You make it on over to here. Do we remember how this works?
Yeah, we gotta do. Hold on. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This is
As soon as we step
session.
in initiative.
No, hold on. For doing the
Levers.
It's not both at the same time.
Oh, to keep the levers from killing us?
No, it was one and then the
It
other.
was the shock one. Yeah. I wrote it down. What
wait, I thought
session
this
was
wasn't-
it? Was it?
Go ahead, Johnny.
No, this is the
Wait.
shock one.
Johnny, go ahead and
No,
speak,
this-
John.
Wait, this isn't the shot. This is the one that just opens for 1 minute, then closes. The other
Yeah.
one that we went to.
What does it require
Sorry,
you
so-
to do to open?
Yeah, it's like both. We do it at both the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the first time you did both at the same time. The other side's the lightning one.
Okay.
The
Okay.
lead- the wife is more attached to the thunder. Okay, so if you pull it open and snap it that way, I'm going to allow you to move through and place yourself in this kind of first section here. I would say don't pass like this wall, like you're in this little area here. Wherever you want to be, that's fine. And I will say as a note, a finalized note, we mentioned that the door has 3 symbols upon it. Those symbols are the crown, like the sun crown, the Storm Emerald's crown, and then the 2 symbols below are identical. They're both shields. Okay? One thing that you'll notice in this space that you didn't really catch on to when you looked at it through robot bird eyes is there are levers next to the faces on the south and north side, and the south and north face appear to have shields on their foreheads. And the helmed horror that you saw had the sun symbol on its forehead. That being said, that's where we'll end the session for tonight. Thanks for watching those that did. We will pick up next Tuesday, 7 p.m. And we will figure this last part out. You definitely saved the worst for last. That's good. Good job on that. And see you then.